Oh, are we live? And it said we are. And a one, and a two, and a three. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Welcome to Rap Ministries, just reaching out people ministries, and I'm Brother Ronnie. And on the right of my screen, let them know who you are, my good brother.
Brother Sterling.
Brother Sterling Silva. Hi, Silva. Thank you for coming on in today, good brother. Oh, you guys, the Most High is on the throne, ain't he? Let me move my stuff over a little bit. He on the throne. I'm going to tell you what I mean by he on the throne. We come in this morning. You know, I call myself going to take care of the saints. Because, you know, it's cold. They ain't running the heat in the building. So I put on 2 space heaters a day. Took the power out. Oh, my goodness. Right in the middle of me and Brother Sterling sound check. The TV went black and the internet went out. He left, but I got everything running on one thing right now. But we were able to still keep one heater going. But I said I should have just kept one heater going. Trying to get greedy. I said, well, that wasn't good. If I put 2 together, it'll heat the whole room. Don't do that. But anyway, we made it through. We still was able to got everything hooked up. We still was able to do testimony service and sing a song, weren't we? We didn't get to do our scripture reading, but we finna read some scriptures anyway. But thank everybody for coming on in today. Shabbat shalom to you. If you listen to the sound of my voice, that means you are in the land of the living. How many more times? One more time. One more time. And the heat on this side, boy, it's hot in here. Y'all hot? Whew, I gotta come out this. I don't want to come out this Yahoo and Yeshua sweatshirt. I don't want to come out there. You know, that's from Ohio crew, sister Yanice. Thank you. But if you in the land of the living, you mean you can hear me. And I say I'm gonna start to say this, that if you are listening to the sound of my voice today, it ain't by chance, it ain't by happenstance. The Most High knew that you would come in on today, even if it's just for fact. He knew that you would come in millennia ago. But you know, I don't have a list of people that have died, but I did see one of them soldiers that got shot at the in what was that in DC? Yeah. National Guardsman shot. She died young. Yeah. I said, man, she probably had, when she joined the National Guard, you know, it looked like she was about what, 20. She was 20 years old. So probably when she was 18 and joined up, if that's when she joined up, that's the age that you can actually do it. She didn't have no idea that maybe 2 years or however long, many more days she gonna be gone up out of here. Her family had no idea. But you know, condolences to the young lady's family. You know, some people walking around, we got a lot of people walking around here with mental illness, don't we? That mental illness called a reprobate, wicked, evil mind, where you can just shoot and just take innocent people lives out. Don't make no sense. But anyway, thank everybody for coming on in today. Got a great lesson for you. Some people might be mad. I'm gonna ruffle some feathers today. Brother Ron, you already did Thanksgiving class. What are you doing that for? I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing it again when we get started. But we're gonna greet the people there. We're gonna get into the word because I want to get y'all in and get you out. So thank everybody for coming. Double honor to the elders. Elder Henry. I thank you for coming on in, Elder. Thank you for coming on in. Gonna be calling you real soon. Need to talk to the elder. You know, but I know you got Brother Guy and Brother Isaac with you. Thank you, brothers, for coming on in as well. They watched the Shabbat service together. But thank you for coming on in, y'all. You're appreciated. You are definitely appreciated. Mama J. Pope, thank you for coming on in. She says Shabbat Shalom to all my RIP ministries. Oh, don't say that means rest in peace. No, we alive in here, but we know it. Sometimes, you know, when you typing, you hit the wrong button sometimes. But yes, tell them to hit that thumbs up. And boy, did we go way over 30 last week. Then you got up to like 39 likes last week. I said, all right. That's what's up. But thank you, Mama J. Pope. Woody Security, always time for learning. Thank you for coming on in, good brother. Sister Bernie Yardine, Sister Faith, thank you for coming on in. Shabbat Shalom to you. Thank you for coming on in. Sophia, Sister Sophia, That's the other half of the brother you see on the screen to the right. Brother Sterling Silva. Thank you for coming on in, Sister Wisdom. Thank you for coming on in. Sister Antoinette, thank you for coming on in. Peace and blessings to you as well. Key to life is Torah. Thank you for coming on in, North Carolina crew. And we still praying for that baby. We still praying for baby Tobias. Still praying. Still praying. He getting stronger and stronger day by day. Auntie, we see you on the second row. She was on the first row hogging the heat up. Now she back on the second row. I guess he got too hot in the kitchen for it. That's what it was. But who we got? Des W. Thank you for coming on in. Thank you for coming on in. And I skipped two people getting the Des W. Grind like Josh. Thank you for coming on in, good brother. You and Sister Jasmine and baby Malachi. Y'all know y'all appreciate it. Know you appreciate it. Thank you for coming on in today. Who we got? Sister Rosia Lee. Thank you for coming on in, Ohio crew. Rosetta Stone. Always a blessing. Always a blessing and a pleasure to see you. Let's see. Sister Yanis Tashua Yamirez from the victorious house of who? Carlos. Baby Charlotte Warrior Caleb and baby Claire on the way. Thank y'all for coming on in. Thank you for coming on in. Brother Ken, keep them commandments and you gonna be in. You and Sister Fancy Nancy. And let's see who we got. Servant of Yahuwah. Thank you for coming on in. I saw what you did. I don't forget what day it was, but appreciate you, good brother. I think it was yesterday. Thank you, good brother. Thank you for doing. Hey, you not a servant of Yahuwah, which is the son of Kelvin ben Yahuwah. So Kelvin ben Yahuwah, that's the same family. Thank y'all for doing that for us. Mama C.A. in the doves. Thank you for coming on in, Mama C.A. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I think I got to everybody. Somebody calling me. Let me see. Take that off of there. But me and Sterling, what we gonna do, brother?
Decrease so he may increase.
Decrease so that he might what? Increase. If you coming to see knucklehead brother running with snot all in his nose, and brother Sterling, something wrong with you. You're not supposed to be here for us. You're here for the word of the Most High Yah. That's what we are here for. Chief Scientist, we see you on the second row. Thank you for coming on in, good brother. Thank you for coming on in. All right, let's decrease that he might increase. Hold on, give me 1 second. Gotta do what I gotta do. Like New Edition. I gotta do what I gotta do and break her heart. they don't know this. What you say? I've been feeling lately like being single or just alone. Y'all don't know that song? To get into myself. Love ain't easy. It can be. Oh, y'all don't want that? Okay. They some haters, man. I got a class coming called Haters. You know haters? She said they realists. No, haters. Haters, but let's pray and get on into the word. Oh, Abba, Heavenly Father, we just thank you for today, your holy Sabbath day, the day you hung in creation many millennia ago. Father, we just thank you for all your people that came here to hear your word, and we thank you that you would bless them. We thank you that you would edify them. We thank you that you would change them for the better in their lives. Father, we just thank you that they will not just be hearers of your word, they will be doers of your word, because hearers get the faith and doers get the results. Father, we just thank you right now that your spirit will flow through me and Brother Sterling today, that will administer life unto your people. And we thank you that we will flow in unity and we will flow in peace. We thank you that you will be the only one getting praise, honor, and glory do your mighty name today. We just bind the devil. We cast him out. We cast out argument. We cast out strife. And we just thank you for all of your tender mercies and all of your special miracles that you will do on today. Father, we seal this and close this prayer out in the powerful name of your precious son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen. 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 Key to life. Put a little emoji with just like a. He like, brother, turn that music off. Love ain't easy. Love ain't easy, is it? But what are we talking about today? Thanksgiving. Christians, take another look. Bird. Zip the lip. Zip the lip. All right. But what does it say? What does it say, Auntie? What the Christians need to do?
Take another look.
Take another look. You know, more people now, brother Ronnie, wait a minute. I'm sick of you. You're always taking something away. No, I'm not taking nothing. See, what we got to realize is we got somebody that's against us all. Who would that be? Satan. He got to get you any way he can. He know that the Most High got holy days, feast days. And so guess what he got to do? Make some counterfeit ones to try to get you. Just like Jeroboam did. You remember when he made them 2 bulls? He said, boy, we can't have them going back to the southern house. They gonna leave me. I'll be out of power. So he made counterfeit days. He had counterfeit priests. So what you think the devil do? He do the same thing, right? But we're gonna look at today. We're gonna take a look at Thanksgiving's origins today. But what people say, but brother Ronnie, it's the holiday season. It's the holiday season, right? But what does holiday season mean? Brother Sterling, you gonna read the scripts today, and I'm gonna read the little graphics like this today. We leave them scripts to you, because you the expert, right? But anyway, holiday season. It says North American English holiday season. It's at the period of time from what? Thanksgiving unto what, Brother Sterling?
New Year.
Including such festivals as what, Brother Sterling?
Christmas. Hanukkah,
what else?
And Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa. So, so some people say, Brother Ronnie, I see Hanukkah on that list, but that's the only one the Bible allow us to do. Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. It says the holiday season is just around the corner, and people have already started buying Christmas gifts for their loved ones. They have already started. The holiday season is around the corner, meaning it ain't even here yet. But the holiday season starts when? Thanksgiving. It said the holiday season is around the corner, and people have started already buying Christmas gifts for their loved ones before it even started. I saw that it already started before too. When I tried to get up in here last week, I told you it's always something on the Shabbat, something good trying to go wrong, ain't it? And Brother Sterling, Josh, they can attest. We be having all kind of problems trying to get stuff up, don't we? Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I said, why does the devil keep trying to fight a brother on the Shabbat? Why? But anyway, but that's the only one. The other with the stars by those pagans. We're going to show you what holiday mean today anyway. But I had a relative send me this. They don't know. Who is that they got at the Thanksgiving table, Brother Sterling?
They look like some Black Jesus or something.
That's Black Jesus that found his way to the Thanksgiving table. The who? They done see, we just love to throw Jesus and everything, don't we? But they said, Happy Thanksgiving, family. Matter of fact, this Chat GPT artwork, I know Chat GPT artwork from anywhere. But it said, Happy Thanksgiving. They be nice, don't they? That's nice, ain't it? The dude all the way on the end, he looked like my Uncle Junior for us. I said, that Uncle Junior? Don't they look like a young Uncle Junior? I said, what Uncle Junior doing there? He said, even though we don't gather the way we used to, I thank God for each and every one of you. Family is a gift he gives us for life, whether we're near or far, quiet or close. Today, I am grateful for the roots we share, to the prayers our elders prayed, and love that still ties us together in only ways God can weave. May the Lord bless your homes with peace, your tables with abundance, and your hearts with joy. Chat GPT spelled with wrong. He said wit. I guess he said, if I'm going to make Jesus black, we going to talk like black people too. Wit. He said, I pray he keeps every one of us covered, guided, and surrounded with his favor, wishing you all a beautiful what? Thanksgiving, love to eat. It's beautiful, ain't it? It's just beautiful. Well, I told you we got somebody that don't like us. Read that, Brother Sterling, Revelation 29.
And the great and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
He is a deceiver. A deceiver. A master deceiver. He will make you think what you're doing is what? Right. Boy, don't you know I used to wake up Christmas morning and say, happy birthday, Jesus. As a 12-year-old, all the way until I was at like 25, 26, 27. I started to really kind of research. Hey, wait a minute. Happy birthday, Jesus. I used to say that. It felt sincere with all mine heart. Mine heart. I'm telling you, on the way to Shabbat service, this is what I seen today. This fall la la. They're supposed to be like fall la 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 la. No, this Morgan and Morgan. They said fall law law. That's what the law has done. It has fallen, hasn't it? Nobody care about no law. We do whatever we want to do. I said, who would put that up there? Fall law law. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. They said fall la law, fall law 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 law. Law, 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 law. With Satan clause right there, too. Boy, look at him. He done slipped in somebody milk and cookies. So Santa Claus gonna sue somebody? Don't let him in your house. If he slip on your milk and cookies, Morgan and Morgan say they coming for you. Listen, wait a minute. Santa, you ain't got no good insurance. No good workman's comp. But we're going to read Jeremiah 10, 2-3 and Deuteronomy 12, 29-32. Go ahead and get that Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2 and 3 first, Brother Sterling.
Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of hands of workmen with the axe.
All right, stop right there. So what he said, learn. What did he say, Sterling?
Learn not.
The way of who?
The heathen.
And I hate that word, heathen. Say what it is. Learn not the way of the Gentiles. Learn not the way of the nations. That's what it should. In more modern translation, it will say that. Don't learn these other nations' ways. Who? Elster, Sanford and Son, you old heathen, you old fish-eyed fool. Little girl in my school looked like a young Esther. Fred Sanford, you old heathen. Ain't that what she used to say? Pick it, get that Deuteronomy chapter 12, 29-32. Go ahead and get that.
When the Most High, thy Elohim, shall cut off the nations from before thee, whether thou goest to possess them, and thou succeedest them, and dwellest in their land, take heed to thyself, that thou be not snared by following them. After that, they be destroyed from before thee, and that thou inquire not after their Elohim, saying, how did these nations serve their Elohims? Even so, I will do likewise. Thou shalt not do so unto the Most High thy Elohim. For every abomination to the Most High, which he hateth, have they done unto their Elohims. For even their sons and their daughters, they have burnt in the fire to their Elohim. What things soever I command you, observe to do. Thou shalt not add thereto, nor diminish from it.
But here's the key thing in the red. It said, inquire not after their gods. So most people would say, well, when I do Thanksgiving, I ain't inquiring after their gods. You might not be. But they said, how did these nations serve their gods? Even I would do likewise. But what you're doing, I'm going to show you, you're taking their days. And then you're inserting the Most High in there saying, well, I'm giving thanks on this day for Jesus, for God, right? But the Most High said, thou shalt not do so. Whatever they do for their gods, to their gods, when, where, how, all of that. He said, don't do that to me. That's like you get with a new girlfriend, right? You get a new woman, and you taking this woman to all the spots that you used to take the old woman to. That woman gonna be, don't do that unto me. Do that make sense, Auntie?
Yes, it does.
Would you want a man to do that to you?
Not
Put you in the same house, right? Y'all go to the same places. He might even your name so and so. He might even call her name. That surely do it, won't it?
Yeah, they call you baby all the
time. But anyway, don't do that to the Most High. But here goes some. I usually have 7 signs something might be pagan. I done amended it. Like we got amendments to the Constitution. Brother Ronnie got 8 signs something might be pagan. We got the 8th Amendment today. But go ahead. What's the first sign? Now every pagan thing don't gotta have all 8 of them. You could just have a few, can't it? Go ahead, Sterling. What's number 1?
Not Yah-centered.
Is what?
Not Yah-centered.
Is not Yah-centered. What's number 2?
Involve Sunday.
Now, Thanksgiving don't involve no Sunday, do it? So we can check that one off, can't we? But a lot of them do, don't they? Do Easter involve Sunday? Brother Sterling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it do. What else?
Has ancient goddesses roots.
I'm gonna tell you, Thanksgiving does. Thanksgiving, number 3, it checked the box. What's number 4?
Done worldwide, or the majority is doing it.
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of different nations all around the world, they got some kind of Thanksgiving celebration. Go ahead. What else?
Has gifts, offerings, and some type of eating.
Do Thanksgiving got that? Offerings and eating. But offerings are gifts. When you used to offer things to other gods, those were what? Gifts. Right? What else, Brother Sterling?
Birthdays or deaths involved.
Birthday, Easter, and Christmas, don't they got to do with birthdays and death? What's number 7?
Merchants are heavily involved.
Merchants heavily involved. Is merchants heavily involved in Thanksgiving? Mm-hmm. Yes. And what's number 8?
Many people traveling to participate.
They said 83 million Americans hit the road highways for the Thanksgiving holiday. But let's look at these merchants. Look at all this money. How much you say Thanksgiving make, Brother Sterling?
$5.6 billion.
$5.6 billion. Brother Ruddy, what's your net worth? $10. $10. Somebody knocking at the door right now. You owe that. Huh? But look at it. Look, you see all these holidays. But today, I'm gonna be what they say up there. Public, this old schmuck right here. I'm gonna have to be the bad guy today. I couldn't find no picture of me like this. Might well have me a little public enemy number 1111. So, Thanksgiving origins. But Thanksgiving is the second most popular holiday in the U.S. after what, Brother Sterling?
Christmas.
With nearly what? 90% of Americans celebrating it every year. 90. So that means, and I meant to put a little graphic in here, if you got 100 people, how many over here is in the pile for the people that's doing it? And how many over here in this pile right here? Let's just break it. Let's just say you got 10 people. How many over in this pile? 9. And how many over here? That's me, that one person. You know, him looking all simple and stupid right there, ain't he? Don't he look simple? I ain't tell you to laugh at it, Bert. But Thanksgiving around the world. Look at all of these places that do Thanksgiving. They do it, right? Am I right? So look at the Netherlands, India, China, North Korea, Liberia, Mexico. No, Mexico, Mexico. But the Most High have feast. We already see them. We're gonna go ahead and read this. We'll go ahead and read the feast of of Yahuwah. Go ahead, or the feast of the Lord. Sterling, go and get that.
And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Yasharel, and say unto them, concerning the feast of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts. Did I say that right? I did.
Yeah, you said it. You said it terrifically. But he said these are concerning the feast of the Jews. Did it say that?
No.
It says these are the Jews. Even these are the Jews' feast. Do it say that?
It does not.
It don't say that. And we know that all of the feast days, they fall under the Sabbath law. But who Sabbath do it belong to?
The Most High.
What did it say? It is the Sabbath of who?
The Most High.
Yeah, the Most High, Yahuwah, Yahweh, some say. The Lord. But I'm going to tell you, he got holy days and the devil got holy days. But, you know, people get mad when they holidays. Holiday is just the English way to say holy day. These are holy days that these people are celebrating. The Halloween, all of the days that they got, those are holy days. But holiday, it says a day of festivity or recreation when no work is done. December the 25th is a public holiday. But it said characteristic of a holiday is festive. But it says British. An extended period of leisure and recreation, especially one spent away from home or a traveling vacation. So I'm going to go ahead and get the next one. But it says holiday. This is from the Merriam-Webster. It said it is British usually. It means a holy day. That's what holiday means. It means what? The British way to say a holy day. So is what's that thing? Halloween. Is that a holiday? So holiday means what? It's a holy day. That's a holy day for the nations, for the heathen, for the Gentiles. A day on which one is exempt from work. Let's keep it pushing. This is from Britannica. It says holiday. It comes from what? Sterling?
Holy day.
Holy day. Originally a day of dedication to religious observance. In modern times, a day of either religious or secular commemoration. Many holidays of the major world religions tend to occur at the approximate dates of more ancient pagan festivals. In the case of Christianity, this is something owing to the policy of the early church of scheduling Christian observances at dates when they would eclipse pagan ones. A practice that proved more efficacious than merely prohibiting the earlier celebrations. What they do? The Christians make their holidays coincide with what? The pagan ones, don't they? Yeah, they do. But anyway, it says, you get it. I don't got to keep on. You know what a holiday equals what? A holy day. So when you say happy holidays, you are actually saying what, Brother Sterling?
Happy holy days.
Happy holy days. We just already showed you the biblical holy days. You want to do some holy days? Do them holy days. So, do you eat on any holiday celebrations, Brother Sterling?
Yes.
That's mostly what they do. They are what? Feast days, the holidays. So, was Thanksgiving a feast day? They had great feasts, didn't they? All kind of goodies and cookies and goods, wasn't it? I'm the crazy one, though. Hold on. This the bad guy. Because I'm telling you, I'm a watchman and I'm standing on that wall and I'm telling you, hey, y'all, we shouldn't do this. Can y'all feel that heat back there? It ain't cold in here. Y'all still cold? It ain't cold to me at all. But Thanksgiving, or we gonna let's keep it pushing because we got a little bit to get to today. But we know the Most High. Guess what he got? He got his feast days, his holy days, right? Those are it. And where you find them in Leviticus chapter 23. Read the whole chapter. But what he say he want us to do? Three times in a year. Go ahead and read that. Exodus 23:14, Brother Sterling.
3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year.
How many times?
3 times.
But see, people say, but that's 7 right there, Brother Ronnie. Well, a lot of them are in, like for Passover, unleavened bread go with Passover, right? And Pentecost and first fruit, they go with Passover. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, these are, he wants you to keep the Feast of Weeks. That's Pentecost, Shavuot, or the first fruit and the wheat harvest, the Feast of Ingad, and that's Sukkot. That's what he wants us keeping. We see you, Sister Brianne. You all good. You all good. 3 times in a year, right? If you are not with Israel, you are against who?
Yeah, Yahuwah.
That's who he coming back for. He coming back for them people. So if you decide that, hey, I want to get with him too, you got to get with his people, right? A lot of Christians walking around calling themselves Gentiles. If you believe in the Hebrew Messiah, you're not him. You're not no Gentile. Stop acting. Again, what are we supposed to not do? Learn what? Not the way of the heathen. We should not do it. Judges, people doing what's right in their what? Their own eyes. You got to cut it out. Stop that. We already read this, but for the sake of emphasis, inquire not after they got. Don't say we gonna do it. No, he said don't do that to me. Vain worship. I'm trying to get through that. I don't want to read all of this, but a lot of people, they worship him in vain. A lot of Christians, they worship you. They worship Yeshua, Yahuwah. They worship on Thursday, but they did it in what, Brother Sterling? Verse 7.
In vain. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines, commandments of men.
For laying aside what?
The commandments of Yah. Ye hold the traditions of man, as the washing of pots and cups and many others such like these things.
All right, you can stop right there. But we hold tradition over the Most High, don't we? He said Shabbat. They said, well, the Catholic Church said Sunday, so that's what we gonna do. What did he say that though? Well, he didn't, but Christian, they said Thanksgiving. It's in the what? It's in the Bible. Thanksgiving is in the Bible. Go ahead and read Colossians 2:6-8. Go ahead and read that.
As ye have therefore received Yahamashiach Yahushua, the Adonai, so walk in him, rooted and built up in him, and established the faith as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
With what?
Thanksgiving.
With what? See, they said, Thanksgiving in the Bible. Is that Thanksgiving, Auntie, the same as the Thanksgiving? these people ought to stop. We gonna show you what it is today, but we got 2 opinions going on around here. We got the Most High opinion, and we got what? Baal's opinion. And so the Most High's opinion is, if you're gonna do some holy days, which ones you do? His. But then we got Baal. We got some people. That's why Elijah said, read verse 21.
And
First 18:21. Go ahead.
And Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long hath ye between two opinions? If the Most High be Elohim, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. The people answered him not a word.
Keep reading.
Then Elijah said unto the people, I, even I only, remain a prophet of the Most High. But Baal's, Nimrod, prophets are 450 men.
So in that black caption right there, that's what you have. That's Jasher from the book of Jasher, chapter 7, verse 45. And it just tells you where all of this pagan worship started. It started with Nimrod. He became their Lord and their Elohim. We ain't going to read that today. But we got Yah's kingdom, we got Satan's kingdom. But before I go on, I want to say, Nelson, Uganda, all the way from the motherland. Thank you for coming on in. It's always a blessing to see you. Yeah, it's always a blessing to see you. All right. All right. Yeah, you're not alone, good brother. Like Michael Jackson say, y'all want the Michael Jackson concert? You are not alone. For I am here with you. Though if y'all don't want that? Even DJ said, He said, no, but you got Yah's kingdom, you got Satan's kingdom. You can see it. It's you on one side or the other. You can't be on both sides. You can't straddle the fence, can you? You can't be like that angel in Revelation, 1 foot on the land and 1 foot in the water, can you? You can't be like that. But again, let me show you the replacement days. Time of year, we got 4 times a year, or you got the hot time and the cold time, don't you? But the time of year, spring, for the Most High, we got Passover, unleavened bread, first fruit, Pentecost. Satan's kingdom, you got what? Lent, Easter, Ostar, and Beltane. That's in the springtime. In the summer, what the Most High people do? Work. They work because they getting ready because the harvest time gonna be coming up, ain't it? Did granddaddy did what? Were they working? They were working, weren't they? You worked on the farm. Were y'all working in the summer? I know when I go down there for the summer, we was working. Day and night. I remember the first time I went to the field with my granddaddy. You wake up, it's dog outside. We get on the back of the pickup truck. It's cold. In the summertime. Cold right on the I'm in the corner of the back of the pickup truck. So we get there. You know, I get that granddaddy, what time lunch? He said, oh, my nephew, he a city boy. So when it get about 12 noon, 1 o'clock, I said, when we going home? My grandboy, he a city boy. We don't go home till it's dark. Till it's dark. I think I went a couple of days, and I told my grandmama after the second day, don't wake me up. I ain't going. What? They work. Mama Margie, thank you for coming on in. Thank you for coming on in. But I told her, don't wake me up. I told her, don't wake me. I'm dreaming. Don't ever want to wake up. Not to go there. Work. But in the fall time, the Most High got what? But what do they do in the summertime for the heathen, the witches out there? Litha, Lamas, which is the Anglo-Saxon first fruits. So the fall, we got trumpets for the Most High, atonement, tabernacles. They got some too. Mabon, Samhain, which is Halloween, which they done already done. Then they have their harvest celebrations. You know, Thanksgiving, with like celebration of Cerealia and Harvest Home is where Thanksgiving comes from. Trying to tell you. And just in case you don't want to put it with, well, I just say I gave Thanksgiving its own category, but it's in the what? The fall. And the Most High, in the wintertime, he got unofficial holidays you can keep called Hanukkah and Purim. But what do the wicked do? They have, the Most High got his days and Satan got his days. Next week class going to be called Worshipers in Spirit and in Truth. Ooh, that's going to be a cold class. But let's look at one of them, Beltane. That's in May. You ever heard May Day? We used to have May Day at school in the springtime. They have field day, calling it May Day. The maypole, all that stuff. But it's a what? It's a Gaelic May Day festival marking the beginning of summer, which is traditionally held on 1st of May or about midway between. I always make sure that the field day in my school, we ain't doing it them days. Because they require you to do a field day. When y'all, hey, because it's going to be super hot when you doing it. Yeah, to remind y'all of hell. To get right. But Beltane, it also means, let's see. Now, I know I put this thing in here. Last time I didn't put it in here, and I thought I put it in here this time. What the world happened to it? Oh, well. Beltane means bells. See, I made sure. Maybe it's, let me, hold on. I got to see. It's got to be some kind of trickery going on in here. What happened to this slide? Oh, well. Beltane means Baal's fire. Baal's fire, folks. These are the places, and this will tell you that all this stuff started with Nimrod. I'm not gonna read that. You can do a screenshot and get that on your own. Nimrod is Baal, y'all. Get that together. But Thanksgiving origins. I'm gonna tell you again, yes, it's pagan too. They say it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. That's what they say. This is a woman that worked in my job. And she put her Bible on the floor. I said, you put your Bible on the floor? It's just the Bible. That's what she said. It's just the Bible. I said, you put your Bible on the floor? And everybody was like, yeah, man, that's kind of crazy. Why are you putting your Bible on the floor? The word of the Most High on the floor. Ain't that crazy? But, the book, they say it's in the Bible. They ain't reading no Bible. But the word Thanksgiving is in the Bible. It's in there 27 times, and Thanksgivings is in there 2 times. Thanksgiving is mentioned in the Old Testament 20 times, and in the New Testament, how many times? 7 times. So Thanksgiving is mentioned mostly where? In the Old Testament. We're going to show you what that's all about today. Go ahead and get Leviticus chapter 7 and 11. See, what they don't get is that Thanksgiving was all about offerings and sacrifices, wasn't it? That's what it was all about, offerings. And so you thank the Most High for everything that he has done to you. So what would you do? Give him an offering. But see, when we have Thanksgiving today, we don't give the Most High nothing, do we? Even Christmas. They say it's Jesus' birthday. Well, why are we giving you the gifts for then? Do that make sense? Auntie, have you ever had a birthday party? Once. Did you bring the people's gifts? Or they brought you the gifts? I had birthday parties growing up. I didn't bring nobody no gifts. Right? But how did it turn to the point that we getting the gifts now? So that's exactly who it is, ain't it, Sterling? Ain't that Satan? Mm-hmm. Just your answer say, okay, whose birthday is it? Jesus. Well, why are you getting the gifts for then? That's dumb, ain't it? Happy birthday, Jesus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jesus. Happy birthday to you. Okay, let's open my gifts. Have you ever thought about that, Brother Sterling?
Not often, no.
He said not often, no. I'm like, who do that? All I know is if it was my birthday and they supposed to be worshiping me, but they giving everybody else the gifts, that's a problem. What, ain't that a problem? So a big old shindig or like Brother Josh like to say, a great kickback. He called it the kickback. No, a great kickback. You throw a great kickback, and they bring in the gifts for everybody else. I mean, what's the heck going on around here? Thank you, appreciate you. But let's go ahead and read this. And this is in what book of the Bible, Brother Sterling?
The book of Leviticus.
Leviticus, where we see about what offerings and food and stuff, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and read.
And this is the law of sacrifice of peace offerings, which he shall offer unto the Most High. And if he offers it for a thanksgiving, then he shall offer with a sacrifice of thanksgiving unleavened cakes mingled with oil, and unleavened wafers anointed with oil, and cakes mingled with oil of fine flour. Besides the cakes, he shall offer for his offering leavened bread with the sacrifice of thanksgiving of his peace offerings. And the flesh of the sacrifice.
So we done seen Thanksgiving 3 times so far, ain't we? Is that talking about the fourth Thursday in November? Brother Sterling, is that talking about the fourth Thursday in November?
Negatory.
He said negatory. No. But I'm just letting you see that. But the word Thanksgiving in the ancient Hebrew is the picture of a hand and the picture of a door that allows movement in and out of the tent. You know, because what were they doing? Bringing what? Gifts, what? In and out of the tent. What tent was the priest going in and out of, Brother Sterling?
The tent of meetings.
The tent of meetings. The Most High stuff. But let's look at it. It said Todah. Thanksgiving means Todah, a confession, praise, thanksgiving. Pray, give praise to Yah. Thanksgiving is songs of liturgical worship, hymn of praise, Thanksgiving choir or procession of line or company, thank offering. It says to the right, it says properly under the strong, it said properly an extension of the hand. I mean, you're giving something. And mind you, I get it. You got a lot of churches. What are they doing? They are giving out a lot of food to people, aren't they? They are. I give them credit. Bravo. Keep it up. But why are you doing it just this time? Shouldn't they be doing it all the time?
Yes.
Right now, these people need some coats and blankets, don't they? Some space heaters, don't we? And that I said we finna start doing that too. I told my wife, I said, I think I'm gonna go buy 10 of these $100 space heaters, and give them out to the elderly. Do you know it's elderly people cold in their house? They Social Security don't cover enough to do what? To pay their utility bill. So guess what they cut off in the wintertime? And they cut it off. It has been people in this city that have older people that have frozen to death. And I've been studying this little pilot that people are doing, called where they got little pallet homes. Y'all ever pallet homes where the houses probably ain't no bigger than about 4 pallets put on there, but it's like little cubicles on one big property. When they allowing people to sign up to be able to live there for 6 months, a year or two until they can get themselves on their feet. I said we need to do some stuff like that. But guess what it takes? Moolah, the narrow road. I said I'm gonna have to write a grant or something. That's what I'm gonna have to do. But guess what, man? I ain't gonna get into that. But yeah, but who are these people? Who were the priests giving to, though? They were giving these offerings to who? The Most High. Let's go to Isaiah 51:3. Go ahead and get that.
For the Most High shall comfort Zion. He will comfort all her waste places, and he will make her wilderness like Eden, and her desert like the garden of the Most High. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving in the voice of melody.
Thanksgiving. See, but Auntie, is that the fourth Thursday of November?
No.
No. So context. Context is key. But anyway, who get this thing? Who it says, what does it say? He will cover all Zion's waste places and will make her wilderness like what? Eden. Give you all kind of blessing. But context is key. Who is he gonna do this to? So that they can be given this Thanksgiving. Those that follow after what, Brother Sterling?
Righteousness.
That's who get it. See, you can isolate verse 3, talking about there go Thanksgiving in the Bible. Hey, can you read verse 1 and 2, please? Now let's read verse 4. What does it say?
Hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation, for a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people.
Mm-hmm.
My righteousness is near, my salvation is gone forth, and my arms shall judge the people.
Okay, you can stop right. You can stop right there. But down in verse 7, what did it say? What is righteousness in this post? That ye may know righteous the people in whose heart is my what?
Law, Torah.
And all you gotta do is read law, Torah. Read verse 6 is talking about lift your eyes to heaven, look at the earth beneath you. All that gonna go away, but my law ain't. I'm trying to stop. He said his righteousness, his law shall never be abolished. But anyway, you can see all of these other places where you see Thanksgiving. But what is always going on with these Thanksgiving, Brother Sterling?
Feast and offering.
Offerings and sacrifices. You want to say Thanksgiving in the Bible, but that's Levitical law. That's Old Testament law you're talking about most of the time. Only 7 times, which we're gonna look at in the New Testament later on. In the Old Testament, it was all about what? Sacrifice, Levitical law, wasn't it? That y'all say done away. So stop talking about Thanksgiving then. Don't give me that. Let's look at this Nehemiah 11. It's talking about these are the son of Asaph. We talking about Levitical priests right here. What does it say?
From 17.
Yes.
And Mattaniah, the son of Mechli, the son of Zabdi, the son of Asaph, was the principal to begin the Thanksgiving and prayer. And Bakbalah, the son among his brethren, and Abda, the son of Shemish.
All right, stop right there. But letting you see the sons of Asaph, these were Levites. They were over this stuff, weren't they? The Thanksgiving, the sacrifices. Skip to verse 22. The overseer also of the who?
Levites was Uzi, the son of Beni, the son.
All right, you can stop right there. But they were the sinners. I mean, the singers, not the sinners. The singers were over the business of the house of who? The house of Yah. Stop it, man. Thanksgiving is y'all dog. It means to physically throw a stone or an arrow at or away, especially to revere or worship, with hands extended, intensively to be moaned by the wringing of the hands. Do that happen at our Thanksgivings? We getting drunk. We eating too much food. We watching football. We talking loud, ain't we? Yeah. Making myself cough over here. I can't do my Steve Harvey today. The survey says, but we ain't got to keep looking at all of this. Thanksgiving. It said the Levites, we will read this in 12:8. What were they doing? We see that they doing what? Singing the Thanksgiving. Songs of praise. Did we ever sing at any of our Thanksgivings? Sterling, did y'all sing at y'all Thanksgiving?
We did not.
Songs of praise. That's what it is. But you already, what I'm showing you in the Old Testament, the Thanksgiving had to always do with the sacrifices, didn't it? Yeah. But they said Thanksgiving in the Bible. It is. Look at them. Just all of them right there. We should offer up to y'all what? Thanksgivings and pay thy what?
Wow.
Where you do that at? You took it to the priest. Thanksgiving. It's good. I'm telling you that it's coming, that all of this is coming back. That Thanksgiving coming back. This Thanksgiving, the 4th November of every year, Yeshua and them ain't gonna be doing that when he come back. It was some guy, I meant to put that picture in here too. Some guy named Mr. Fantasy. You ever heard of Mr. Fantasy? At the Macy's parade looking freaky deaky with his legs wide open on a pirate ship. I said, what the heck that got to do with anything? Mr. Fantasy. Hold on, I got it on my phone. I might better let y'all see it. Hold on. I took a little video of it. I hope I didn't delete it. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm a airdrop this to my computer real quick. Hold on, guys. We gonna come out and I'm gonna airdrop this to my MacBook. There you go. Come on. All right, so I'm on. Oh, not that. I'm gonna open it. Let me show y'all. Y'all want to see Mr. Fantasy? This at the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. Hold on, I'm gonna remove that, and I'm gonna present, and I'm a video file. Let's see if I can find it. It's in the downloads. Here we go. All right. Let's see if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? I'm gonna turn the sound down because I don't. But we're gonna show y'all Mr. Fantasy. What this pirate got to do anything with Thanksgiving? But y'all ready to see Mr. Fantasy? I can't play his hit music because we'll be getting a copyright strike. Come on, show us Mr. Fantasy. Look at these people. What the heck are they doing?
Rowing like a boat. Yeah,
rowing like a boat. But that's Mr. Fantasy right there. Singing some vulgar mess. Look at him. Oh, that was it. Hold on. I think I took a second one. Let me put another one up there. I said, Mr. Fantasy. I said, get your. Here we go. Here go the second Mr. Fantasy. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. All right. On a pirate boat. That ain't the Mayflower. Is that the Mayflower? Hold on. Let me give y'all let me remove this one. We gonna hold on. Let me give you another one. Video file. Hold on. Let me give y'all the second. Y'all want to see the second Mr. Fantasy? I had to take him off of there. But show us Mr. Fantasy. Look at him with his legs all wide open. This your Thanksgiving parade. See, this is what the heathen doing. But you said we want to do it too. We want to do this day too, like they doing. Man, all on the boat. Look, I said to myself, I wish the part of the boat fell, broken, so he could fall down and bust his head. Look at him. And this time, he was humping that boat and all that kind of stuff. That's Mr. Fantasy. Look at the turkey. What this got to do? We give thanks to God. What this guy? What is he doing? Serving Yahuwah saying, what in the world? What the heck is he doing? What that got to do? But we cut it out. Stop being dumb. All right, let's pick it back up. But you see what I'm trying to get at. But let's get at it. This comes from wattpod.org. We're going to get into some history of Thanksgiving. I'll read these, Sterling. It said Thanksgiving Day, an annual national holiday in the United States and Canada celebrating the harvest and other blessings of the past year. Sound good, don't it? Americans generally believe that their Thanksgiving is modeled on the 1621 harvest feast shared by the English colonists or the Pilgrims of Plymouth and the Wampanoag people. The American holiday is particularly rich in legend and symbolism, and the traditional fare of the Thanksgiving meal typically includes turkey. Good, ain't it? and bread stuffing and what? Potatoes, cranberries, and pumpkin pie. Woo! With respect to vehicular travel, the holiday is often the busiest of the year as family members gather with one another. You know, like I showed my cousin sent that they had Jesus at the table. They got Mr. Fantasy at their tables, don't they? They said this dude got hit at. Y'all heard of Mr. Fantasy? No, I children say I ain't who? That ain't our genre. DJ, you heard of Mr. Fantasy?
No, I'm happy I have.
He said he happy he hasn't heard of Mr. Fantasy. Mr. Fantasy. Yeah, Kelvin Ben Yahuwah said Phil, straight Phil. But that's on national TV. National TV. What the heck going on around here? I'm like, what's his name? Vince Lombardi. What the heck is going on around out here? He said you get a seal here, a seal here, a seal here, and go up the alley. What they doing? A lot of these people, if the pilgrims back then, if they saw what they were doing today, they said we should have stayed in England. We should have stayed in England. But Sister Veronica, thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you. Did that look ridiculous to you, Brother Sterling?
I was speechless, something like that.
He said speechless, Mr. Fantasy. But what people always say is, well, that ain't what we doing. But you still participated in the same thing. Am I right? But Plymouth Thanksgiving began with a few. And matter of fact, you asked. Why y'all celebrating Thanksgiving? Because of the Pilgrims. How many people was on the Mayflower? Do you know, Auntie?
Probably many of my ancestors.
Huh? Well, none of your ancestors on the Mayflower, Auntie.
Oh, they didn't have no slaves on that ship.
No, they went and got them later. No, and the Native Americans, they enslaved them too. But how many people was on the Mayflower?
Hundreds.
Columbus was not on the Mayflower. See, and I'm asking this on purpose, because a lot of people do Thanksgiving and they say they're doing it because of the Indians, but you don't even know how many people was on the Mayflower.
How many people?
102 people was on the Mayflower. That you can go get the list of the people that was on there. 102. What you gonna do? But you keep it. But anyway, let's see what they would do. It says Thanksgiving began with a few colonists going out fowling, possibly for turkeys, but more probably for easier prey of geese and ducks, since they in one day killed as much as served the company almost a week. Next, 90 or so Wampanoag made a surprise appearance at the settlement's gate, and doubtless unnerving the 50 or so colonists. Nevertheless, why would it say 50 or so colonists? All 102 didn't make the trip, did they? Didn't survive. Man, you want to brave that Atlantic Ocean? Good luck. Not me. They would say, we going to the new land. You going where? How we going to get there? On this boat? Going across where? This Atlantic? Are you crazy? Not me. Y'all ever seen where the Atlantic and the Pacific meet? The Atlantic Ocean and Pacific Ocean meet. They don't even cross one another. It's like a wall. They don't cross one another. Ooh, the Most High is good, ain't he? It says, oh, we going to the moon. Ain't nobody been to the moon. Stop. Yes, we have. President Nixon was talking to the astronauts on the moon. He was. Y'all don't want to get me on that. He was. I'm on the phone in my office at my job. The concrete blocks be blocking the signal. Wait, but they on what was it, the 60s? In the 60s, or was it the 50s? Somewhere around there. But he talking on a landline. Just as easy. Oh, congratulations, Apollo, whatever it is. Yeah. Clear as day. And the moon is 289,000 miles away. I said, Auntie, how far is my office from your job or your house? She said, about 20 miles. But we getting interference and static. They ain't getting no interference, no static with 289 miles between them. 289,000 miles between them. Stop acting. Stop. Tyson Neil deGrasse. I be watching him all the time. Some smart people so stupid, ain't they? But what else they would do? The Wampanoag contributed venison to the feast, which included the fowl and probably fish, eels, shellfish, all unclean. We know the Most High in this. That's why half y'all folks died on the way. Stews, vegetables, and beer. Christians, I thought y'all said we can't drink beer. Since Plymouth had few builders and manufactured goods, most people ate outside while sitting on the ground or on barrels with plates on their laps. The men fired guns, ran races, drank liquor. Wait a minute, Christians. Y'all said we ain't supposed to have guns. The weapons of our warfare is not carnal. We wrestle not with flesh and blood. Go watch our self-defense class. These Christians will have you getting shot, won't they? Ran races and drank liquor. Don't Christians say we can't drink too? So what y'all doing keeping? I'm trying. Let me stop. Let's keep it pushing. So he said why we should not celebrate Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is generally taught as an acceptable holy day or holiday to celebrate in larger congregations of God. But this acceptance is based primarily on the belief that pilgrims created Thanksgiving. But the origins of Thanksgiving are a combination of superstitious myths and false Christianities similar to Christmas, Easter, and Halloween. So what makes it pagan? We're going to show y'all in a minute. So I thought, wouldn't it be best to ask a real pagan about Thanksgiving? I'm trying to tell you. But I will refer you to our class, that flat earth class. I'm trying to tell you, we stuck here. Ain't nobody going nowhere. Nimrod them tried that, didn't they? But here we go. Let's ask this. This is Psychic Bob. Reverend Bob Hickman. He's using his gifts of clarity. So we see what kind of guy he is, right? Let's listen at him. I hope y'all can hear this.
Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be back.
Looking like Willow.
Well, I'm sitting here today looking at my mystical Wiccan pendant. Isn't that great? I've shown this to some of you before. It's got the sacred tools of witchcraft or Wicca. It's got the dagger up at the top there for air energy. It's got the chalice, which represents water. It's got the altar, which represents earth, and the flaming cauldron, which is fire. Earth, air, fire, and water. The elements of Wicca and some of the sacred tools that go with that. This is the thing I love. You know, in the pagan traditions, there's so many wonderful mystical symbols. You know, we've got the broom for witchcraft. We've got the famous witch hat, you know, represents the cone of power.
Hold up. Y'all listening to this dude? But he celebrate Thanksgiving. Oh, hold on, let me show you. Let's listen to him.
So many mystical symbols.
Sister Veronica, the receipts is in that flat earth class or in our dinosaur class. I'll send you the link. Email me. I'll send it to you.
It's the pentacle right behind me. Well, you know, here we are coming up to Thanksgiving. By the way, early happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Tomorrow I'll be back here. I'm going to have a special Thanksgiving Day greeting for you. And we'll have that tomorrow. So make sure to be back here for that. But, you know, as we're coming up to Thanksgiving, a lot of you may not realize that there's actually a very big symbol that is actually pagan that's associated with Thanksgiving. How many of you have ever gone to somebody's house, or maybe at your own house, and seeing like a big kind of a cone-shaped wicker basket with fruit coming out of it, or grapes, or different things. That's called the cornucopia, or some people call it the horn of plenty. In fact, let me put a picture.
Yeah, servant of Yahuwah, I agree with you.
So you can see what we're talking about.
Y'all ever seen one of those?
So that is called the cornucopia. Now, in the United States, at least, I'm going to guess also in Europe.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people use that symbol at this time of year. You'll see it. They'll put it on their Thanksgiving Day table as a decoration. Many cards that people send out have that image on it. Sometimes you'll see it, like even paintings on the wall or pictures framed of that. So this is called cornucopia. That's kind of a big word, and I'll explain that in a minute. It's also called horn of plenty.
The horn of
what
plenty.
What is cornucopia? Well, cornucopia comes from the Latin, which is cornu, which means horn, and copia, which means a lot, abundance, copious. That's where we get the word copious. So the horn of copious, the horn of plenty, cornucopia, that's where it comes from. I used to, as a kid, always hear that word, oh, it's Thanksgiving, got to put out the cornucopia. I'm like, what the hell is a cornucopia? I never did understand the word until I got older, studied French and Latin, and then I learned what that word was. And then in paganism, I had to study a little bit of Latin as well, because, a lot of my tradition focused on ancient Roman gods. So I started learning a little bit of Latin too. So cornucopia means horn of plenty. And in English, we do call it the horn of plenty, but most people don't know that cornucopia means horn of plenty. Anyways, so enough of our Latin lesson. But this symbol, interestingly, is actually pagan. That's right. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, I thought that's from the time of the Pilgrims who started the colonies in the United States. Well, they might have had it with them, but they didn't start it. It actually goes back to ancient Greece. That's right. In ancient Greece, it was believed that when Zeus was a baby, it's a long story, but his family was plotting to kill him. He was taken away to a far cave, and his mother gave a goat to him that would feed him, and the goat would give him milk and blessing. And this goat had horns. The goats have horns. Well, the goat could open its horn, and out from it would come food, and it would give nourishment to Zeus, the god. And as we know from our history lessons,
what kind of god needs some nourishment?
Zeus eventually rose to great power and became the great sky father, the god of the whole universe. But that nourishment that sustained him in his younger years,
the sky father,
the sacred goat. And as we know, goats in paganism, and really any horned animal, represents the horned Lord, the God aspect. Now, let's carry it a little further. Now, when we talk about like this time of year, the harvest season, right? We talk about the horned god, or the god of the harvest, being slain. And so it's believed that the fruit of the earth comes from the god. Now people say, well, I thought that was goddess. Yes, the goddess is part of it. The goddess is the earth itself, whereas the fruits of the earth are believed to be from the god. So the god and the goddess, their union produces the food which brings life. So cornucopia,
yeah, that's a picture. That's what everybody asking.
Yeah. There are many
satanic, man.
Show at the end of the ancient gods holding the cornucopia. When I first started studying paganism, I was very fascinated with this, because I didn't realize that this actually was part of paganism. I always thought cornucopia was just a British thing or an American thing. I honestly did. And to find out that really where it comes from, and I don't think most people are taught that these days, but it goes back to ancient Greece. And then the Latin community, the Romans, when they, adopted the Greco-Roman culture, the Romans took a lot of their mythology, their gods, their whole culture from Greece. So this is why we talk about Greco-Roman culture. And Romans continued using the cornucopia as a sign of abundance from their gods. There's events. I want you to look around and see if you see a cornucopia. What I find really interesting is that some people that are especially devout Christians, and I've been to different homes that are devout Christians, they sometimes display the cornucopia. I always think, oh, if only they knew. And sometimes I'll ask them, I'll say, do you know where that comes from? And usually the response I get is, oh, it's from the Pilgrims, the first people did it to celebrate God's blessing. And I thought, well, yeah, it's God's blessing, but it goes a little further back. Anyways, I don't want to, upset anybody, but I do find it funny that many Christians proudly and excitingly put up these displays, and they really were the type of displays that were used in the pagan cultures to celebrate blessing. Anyways,
So here goes some of the pictures of people that got that horn of plenty. Look at all these gods carrying the horn of plenty. You see that? The horn of plenty. The horn of plenty. But here we go. Under some of his comments, it said some people said, "Happy Thanksgiving, Bob, to the spirit of cornucopia. May we give thanks to the good spirits of giving. Happy Thanksgiving, Bob, and all that is spiritual, and all that is at Spirit Channel. It's nice and festival during Christmas and around New Year in my city. That's the Sterling. You see this stuff?
I do.
This is ridiculous. Now I found out it's gonna be. I bring a little comedy to the show. Y'all ever heard of the Mandela effect? You get the Mandela effect. Most people remember the Fruit of the Loom with a cornucopia, but it don't have no cornucopia. Look at all these folks sweating there. Whoo! I thought I had to snatch my drawers off. Nah, you can keep your drawers on. It never had a cornucopia with it. Boy, if mine had a cornucopia on it, guess what brother run and do? Like them, them tearaway. So quick. Look, come on, and throw it right, and they hit Auntie in the head. They'll get her back and hit me with that blanket that time. You can keep your drawers. The cornucopia was never on Fruit of the Loom. Yeah, that guy in the background, he had what? Witch pentagrams and stuff. This is their stuff, y'all. This the British is the gold, the ancient English and Brits, and they Gaelish people. Come on, let me show you something. Let's go back here. This is all their stuff, man. In the Bible, they was known as Galatians. You ask most people, what countries make up the UK? They can't tell you, can they? I asked somebody before, huh? Oh, no, just Great Britain, man. It's England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. I'm going to do a St. Patrick's Day class this year. You showing up to work with green on so you don't get pinched. You around here going to bars drinking green beer. People do that? But anyway, it says, go back. Let's pick it back up. It said the Pilgrims did not start Thanksgiving. It said, in fact, the Pilgrims almost had nothing to do with the origins of Thanksgiving at all, and were not associated with the holiday for well over 200 years after the first Thanksgiving. So where did Thanksgiving come from? The answer is a little complicated, but the bulk of it came from the pagan harvest celebration called Harvest Home, also called Harvest Thanksgiving, which originated in England, and which were practiced in the Church of England and still are today. Both the Pilgrims and Puritans, which are two entirely separate groups, they come from the same place, but they two separate groups. The Pilgrims were separatists, meaning they didn't want to be with the Church of England anymore. But the Puritans, they were loyalists. We just need to change a few things. They broke off from the Church of England, and the Church of England broke off from who? The Catholic Church. It said practice the act of setting aside a religious day of worship to give thanks to God. But the one key difference between Harvest Thanksgiving and a religious one is the Harvest Thanksgiving was an annual celebration during the harvest season, autumn, and the religious Thanksgiving was set aside any time of the year in response to divine intervention. It says along with other influences, it eventually did what? It merged into one single thing. But skip all the way down to the bottom. It said the cornucopia, which we just saw about, the Christmas tree, and the Easter bunny of Thanksgiving. The cornucopia is the Christmas tree and the Easter bunny of what? Thanksgiving. Well, we don't have one in our house, but you're still using the day they use, though. And you're throwing the Most High in it when he done already gave you what you're supposed to do if you're going to keep some holy days, right? But it said a cornucopia, a common symbol of Thanksgiving, originated from the Roman and Greek mythology, just like Psychic Bob said, from the Psychic Bob. If he's psychic and clairvoyance, how come he can't see himself burning in a lake of fire one day? But this symbol was spread all over the world, including England. The Masons used the cornucopia in ceremonies and openly recognized it as a pagan symbol. The cornucopia is on money in many countries, dating back thousands of years. It's on country flags and state flags. It's the logo for the world's oldest central bank and can be found in architecture and art dating back to the time to Yeshua's time on earth. What? Possibly even on the exact coin mentioned by Yeshua in Matthew 22:19-21. There is a more detailed and clearly traceable pagan history of the cornucopia than the Easter bunny or the Christmas tree. It said that's more traceable than the Easter bunny and the Christmas tree. But you see, that's what he's talking about on some of them coins. Remember Yeshua said, give me a denarii. Whose inscription is on here? Then he said, render to Caesar's that is Caesar's, and to Yah, which is Yah's, right? But you can read this too. All this stuff telling you it comes from all that mythological stuff. And again, you can keep your drawers. You ain't got to snatch your drawers off. Auntie said, woo, my goodness, I can keep my bloomers on now. But cornucopia, you see it, ghost horn of plenty. You know what it is. They even sell them on Amazon. You can buy you one. It's videos where you can even they teach you how to make one for yourself. Well, let's go to the New York Times. You know, the newspaper, since you don't want to listen to Brother Ronnie, let's go to the New York Times. It said the vicious reality behind the Thanksgiving myths. If Americans continue to insist on associating the holiday with pilgrims and Indians, the least we can do is try to get the story straight. Dr. David J. Silverman said, let's get the story straight. And Brother Ronnie, why are you doing this class again? One, I made a mistake in my last class. I don't like that. We'll get to the mistake when I'll show it to you when we get there. So I can't let that fly. But anyway, generations of Americans have told themselves a patriotic story of a supposed first Thanksgiving that misrepresents colonization as consensual and bloodless. When we were in grade school, they didn't tell us about the part, did they? That, you know, I don't know, man, they ganked them folks, you know, ganked them, jugged them up. The story goes like this. English pilgrims cram aboard the Mayflower and brave the stormy Atlantic. Told you couldn't have got me on there. Look, it's a pun right there on, what's that pun when you going, when it said peek through the woods? What street is that on? Where them ducks and geese be? Like if you going to Walmart? Yeah, Quince. You can't get me to get in the boat and go in that little apartment pond. He said, well, we gonna do what? Oh yeah, we gonna get in this. We gonna who? No, bruh. Staying out of boats. I fish from the dock. I went on a boat one time with, two times with my former pastor, you know, to fish. Most of the time, Brother Ronnie on the dock. On the dock. You hear me? And go where? In the who? You hear stories of fishermen boats overturning and they come up missing. On the Mississippi, you know, Mississippi River. Not me. But anyway, it says, I don't like getting on airplanes and I don't like getting on large bodies of water either. When Brother Ronnie goes swimming, it's a pool. You hear me? A pool. Water I can see clean straight through. Right? I like my drinking water clear. I like my pool water clear too. You know what I'm saying? Brother Ronnie, you can't swim like a fish. But I don't get in water with animals in it. Do you, Auntie? You tell them your jet ski.
I should say once.
Once. But the story goes like this. Let's read the story. They went across the Atlantic to seek religious freedom in America. It's a lot of religious freedoms over here, ain't it? You can practice whatever you want. If you want to practice my dog is my God, guess what they'll let you do? They'll let you open up a church and they'll call you Reverend Dog Man. They disembark at Plymouth Rock and enter the howling wilderness equipped with their proto-constitution, the Mayflower Compact, and the confidence that they are God. They say they God's chosen people, the Pilgrims. Yet sickness and starvation have their population during the first winter and challenges their faith. Y'all the promise people, but y'all get towed up. But meanwhile, brother, what you got going on over there? Yeah, you got books and blocks going on over there. It says, meanwhile, the neighboring Indians, rarely identified by tribe, whom the English desperately wish to trade for food, keep a wary distance. Just when Plymouth seems destined to become another lost colony, miraculously, the natives make contact through the interpreters Samoset and Squanto. We learned about them. Did y'all learn about them in social studies class? The story sidesteps how these figures learn English. What? How they learn English? I'm gonna tell you how they learn English. They were slaves. They taught them English. But anyway, contrary to the Thanksgiving myth, the Pilgrim Wampanoag encounter was no first contact meeting. Rather, it followed a string of bloody episodes. Since 1524, in which Europe explorers seized coastal Wampanoag to be sold into overseas slavery. That's how Squanto and them learn English. Well, they could talk to the people on the Mayflower. See, they leave out that stuff, don't they? You know, Squanto. But I'm telling you, lies. It's all lies. The Bible said what? In Colossians 3:9, Brother Sterling?
Lie not one to another.
It's more to that verse, brother.
I don't know. Seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. But
I want to say, lie not to one another. Stop. If it's a lie, should we participate in it? No. James 3:14, what it says. But if you have bitter envy and strife in your hearts, what?
Glory not and lie not against the truth.
Lie not against the truth. Keep these days, not them days. What's going to happen to all liars in verse 8 of Revelation 21? All liars shall what?
Have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the same.
Skip down to Revelation 22:15. For on the outside of what?
Dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whoever so loveth and maketh a lie.
If you a Thanksgiving about the pilgrims, no, that's a lie. Don't participate in no lie. See, I'm trying. This class is giving you all of the ammunition you need. You got to be able to tell your brothers and sisters why you ain't coming to the Thanksgiving feast. Tell them why, and tell them why they shouldn't either. Leave these heathen stuff alone. Leave it alone. Let them make their 10.6 billion somewhere else. They ain't got to take your money.
That's right.
And then yesterday, streets packed because of what? Black what?
Right.
Not this black brother. They ain't get none of my cheddar. But lies, lies, lies. A lot of Native Americans know this as the what, Auntie?
Day of mourning.
National Day of Mourning. Since 1970, indigenous people and their allies have gathered at noon on Coles Hill in Plymouth to commemorate a National Day of Mourning on the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday. Many Native people do not celebrate the arrival of the Pilgrims and any other European settlers. Thanksgiving Day is a reminder of the genocide. I remember one time somebody asked me to say the prayer at Thanksgiving dinner, and I said the prayer, and I said, let us not forget our Native American brothers who and their ancestors who lost their lives in murder and genocide. And amen. It's a way to ruin the moment, Reverend. Oh yeah, you shouldn't have invited me then. You don't want the truth. I told you I'll show up at your holiday and I got ran off before. You remember that time? I said, look here. They said, Ronnie, will you come to the Christmas dinner? I said, I'll come on one condition. What's that? Oh, I'm so happy. What's the condition? I said that I get to do a 30-minute presentation to the family, PowerPoint presentation showing how wicked and evil Christmas is. You will come? Okay. Get the people. They show. I set my stuff up, me and my cousin. We were ready to roll, weren't we? Had the power. People were listening too. Well, you had two individuals in the back. Mean faces. And somehow my 30 minutes turned into 15 minutes. Now, you know, I would not have come over there for no 15 minutes. Your 15 minutes? I said, you said 30. No, 15. Tell him he got the... it wasn't. I ain't been back. I was trying. Hey, I show up. Show up. Show out. I will. Because I'm trying to save my people. Ain't we? Participants in the National Day of Mourning honor indigenous ancestors and native resilience. It is a day of remembrance and spiritual connection, as well as a protest against racism, oppression that indigenous people continue to experience worldwide. It said down the bottom, it said, join us as we continue to create a true awareness of Native people and history. Helps. Do you know the Most High people were scattered to all corners of the earth, weren't they? If they them people over there, where were they? They weren't there. Were they? But anyway, they said join us as we continue to create a true awareness of Native peoples and history. Help shatter the untrue image of the pilgrims and the unjust system based on racism, settler colonialism, sexism, homophobia. They find their way in, don't they? And profit-driven destruction of the earth that they and other European settlers introduced to these shores. They ain't playing. That ain't no good day for them, is it? But here's the mistake, brother Running made. Y'all want to know, don't you? You want to know. Brother Sterling, you want to know the mistake Brother Running made?
I'm pretty curious.
Mm-hmm. I said the pilgrims kept the Sabbath, but I was wrong. They kept their Sabbath. I'm gonna show you why I thought they kept the Sabbath. But you know, because I made a comparison between them and the Puritans. You know, the Puritans and the Pilgrims, the Puritans, and the Quakers. But I said they kept the Sabbath. But these were the group of people in the New World: Pilgrims, Puritans, Quakers, and later Sabbath keepers. They did come. That's who I was talking about. Plus, the source that had led me to believe Pilgrims kept the Sabbath. This is from a journal of the Pilgrims at Plymouth. They said, started read, and here we made our rendezvous all day long. You know, rendezvous means a meeting place, don't it? Being Saturday, December the 10th. On the Sabbath day, we rested. And on Monday, to me, that still sound like they kept it, but ain't no other historical proof that they did. But they said they used Sunday as the Sabbath day. But that's why I thought that. So my bad. But let's look at the Pilgrims and Puritan Sabbath keeping. We gonna start with the Puritans. The Puritans, they said the fourth commandment, remember the Sabbath, keep it holy. They say it's still binding. They just changed it to what? Sunday instead. So this is what the Puritans did. No work. They were strict. Whatever they thought the Sabbath was, they were strict to it. No work, no cooking, no travel, no unnecessary walking, no games or recreation, no shopping, no business. Why? If we gonna celebrate their holiday, let's do like they was doing, right? They said no visiting neighbors, huh? Mandatory church attendance. I say yes to that. Just y'all doing it the wrong way, the wrong day. Laws against public laughter. They ain't want you laughing in public. I'm in trouble today then, ain't I? They fine people for breaking the Sabbath. They whip people for whipped. Oh, like Denzel. Are you for whooping for breaking the Sabbath, Brother Sterling?
I am.
Let's see. So they were strict. I had this out of order, but they said they believed the Sabbath was Sunday. That's wrong. That ain't what the Bible say. They said that Sunday must be came with the same seriousness as the 7-day in Moses' law. Do Christians today do that? Man, they be buying, selling, doing all kind of stuff on Sunday, don't they? Let's look at somebody they find. They find you. Fine. 20 shillings for profaning the Sabbath. How many people missing out of here today? Oh, let me write it down. We gonna find some folks. All the way up to 20 shillings for profaning the Sabbath. Example, a man was fined for rowing a boat on Sunday. Ain't no row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, wasn't none of that. Man, a woman fined for hanging laundry. A man fined for carrying a bundle of sticks. Children fined through their parents for playing games. Strict. Time in the stocks. Do y'all know what the stocks is? Well, you in that thing like this. You know what a stock is? Well, your arms in here, your head in here, you stuck in there all day like this. They time in the stock? No. I should have put a picture in here where you like this. You in a little wood block, your head in a wood block, your arms, and you in the stock. Time in the stocks for breaking the Sabbath. Let's bring it back. We're going to buy one, a few of them, a few stocks.
Look at that bottom one.
What? Oh, it says making noise in service. Bert, you getting time in the stocks, Bert. You want to get in the stocks? He said, bring it out. He said, yes. But public rebuke. Public rebuke. Look at this. In church, Sabbath breakers were required to stand before the congregation, confess their sin, accept public rebuke from the minister. Stand up here. Tell them what you done. I missed the Sabbath. Wow, you missed the Sabbath.
That's some Jehovah's Witness stuff there.
Yeah, that's some Jehovah's Witness do that too. They make them people confess all their sins. I said, man, y'all done took James, and James a little too far. What the last one say, T? Oh. They had to accept a public rebuke. This was often for talking during service. Laughing. Oh, that's me. Sleeping. Sleeping in church. Not attending worship. Quarreling on Sunday. Whipping. 5 to 15 lashes. Whipping was not coming, but it did happen. Who did it happen to? A man repeatedly worked in his fields on Sunday, so they whipped him. A servant who ran errands on Sunday without permission, they whipped him. A man who publicly argues, refused to find, and mocked the law. Jail time for repeated Sabbath breaking or defying the courts. 1 night in jail. In rare case, multiple days. Banishment. Death. No one in England was ever executed solely for Sabbath breaking. The law functioned as a warning, not a practice penalty. In the Bible, it was practice, wasn't it? But let's look at these are real cases of all them people which we saw. The Pilgrims, they kept it too. They just wasn't as strict. This is how they were. How strict were the Pilgrims? Pilgrims or the Separatists, they said it was on Sunday. They said it was in your heart and conscience. That sounds like Christians today, don't it? Minimal. Voluntary focus and civil penalties was minimal. They did punish you. Voluntary holiness, church discipline, the attitude towards it was moderate. The Puritans believed the state must enforce Sabbath keeping. The Pilgrims believed the individual conscience must honor God voluntarily. Quakers, they was some of them people too. But the Pilgrims, what ended up happening in with the Pilgrims? They just merged in with the Puritans. You just go along and get along. These people were strict about, even though they were keeping the wrong Sabbath, they say you got to keep this Sabbath. What happened? All the rest of the heathens started coming over to the new world. But Thanksgiving, Ruth, the secret in the symbols. Here we go. For those who live in the United States, Brother Sterling, is it pagan so far?
It is.
Auntie?
Yes.
He guess so. He just wants some smoked turkey. That's what. That's all he want. I guess so. For those who live in the U.S., Thanksgiving is just a few short weeks away. Families will gather, and Auntie said you should have did this before Thanksgiving. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, I was talking to a young man before about Christmas, and he said he saw everything that I was saying. It was before Christmas. He said, "You're right. You're right, brother Ronnie. It is wicked and pagan, but I'm still gonna keep Christmas this year. I want to get my gifts." This is a grown man. He said, "I'm gonna keep it this year because I still want to get my gifts." I said, "I thank you for your honesty." I said, "But this tape gonna be played back at your judgment, though." It said, "For those who live in the U.S., it says families will gather, friendships will be renewed, and everyone will exclaim that they are thankful for or giving thanks for the blessings they have received during the year. Enormous plates of food will be served. Yes, loud, won't it? Including turkey, potatoes, pumpkin pie, parades, football will be watched, and naps will be taken. No one will leave empty-handed, and still the encounters will be overflowing with leftovers. It's an American eating tradition. But of all of American holidays, this one is neither tied to our patriotic history or any religious occasion. It's just Thanksgiving, and it's so much more. Throughout history, people have gathered together for a great feast celebrating the harvest or the first beers being brewed or any number of celebrations tied to the earth. What that pagan said the earth was? The mother goddess. He said that earth base, it says, anyone who is anyone knows that the earth-based anything has roots in paganism. In case you are unfamiliar with the exact meaning of the word pagan, it must be understood that it was originally a term used to identify anyone who wasn't a Christian. All of the earth-based old world religions were considered pagan. As time passed, the term took a darker tone and was used to demonize, meaning pagan was used to demonize and persecute those who refused to convert. The great civilizations of the past had their own version of Thanksgiving. The Romans celebrated a holiday called Cerilia in early October. The festives were included feasting while thanking the goddess of the harvest, Ceres. In ancient Greece, they honored Demeter. She was the goddess of the harvest, agriculture, and especially corn. The Celts, or the ancient Gaulish people, that had many celebrations connected to the thanking of gods for a productive harvest. Lammas, which I showed you earlier, Mabon, I showed you earlier in the replacement days, and Samhain were the names of three great harvest festivals of the ancient world. Especially Samhain is known as what now? Halloween. That's right. It says, as time progressed, these events were adopted and adapted. In England, an autumnal feast called Harvest Home was derived from a variant of the ancient Celtic feast, which is why is it in England? Because the ancient British people were Celtic, Gaulish, Galatian people. This is who Paul said, "Oh, foolish Galatians, who have been with you that you shall not obey the truth?" He said, "I'm afraid for you unless I labor in vain." But all of these religions come from these two. Y'all show y'all this every time. Look in your Bible. They're in there. These people are in there. Do I do the homework for you?
You do.
Sterling, do I do the homework for you?
You do.
Look at all of these people. You can look this up. In your Bible, you'll say Jupiter, and you'll see Jupiter and Mercury. But when you look behind the words, it's Zeus and Hermes. And we saw Zeus, he carried a horn of plenty, didn't he? He said it kind of looked like a falling Babylon tower. I guess so. I might have to check into that. Molak, you see it. I don't got to show you all these people. You see these people. This in Nashville, Tennessee.
That big old golden statue?
Yes, that's in Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm.
I said I might go in there and tear it down. Go in there. Just, you see how they got the gate around it? I knock that gate off. I climb up to the top and chop her head off. It will be Rip Ministries then, wouldn't it? These are all the names. You see this. I ain't making this stuff up. But in your Bible, Galatians, the Galatians at the bottom, read that in yellow at the bottom, Brother Sterling.
The name Galatians were given to the Celtic people because they originally lived in Gaul before the migration to Asia Minor.
Brother Ken said they took a field trip there. It's called a Parthenon. Wow. Guess Keita Light said we gonna get that bell together for you then. Brother Ken, was that how tall was that statue? What do you think? How tall do you guess that statue might have been? Just type it in when you get a chance. But the word Druid, these are the ancient Celtic people, Gaulish. This is, look at this. The Galatians, this is what I ain't making this stuff up. Gaulish, Gaul. You can do it. Look, man. Look at it, says Celtic. Relating to the Celts or their languages, which constitute a branch of Indo-European family and include Irish, Scottish, Welsh, Breton, Manx, Cornish, and several extinct pre-Roman languages such as Gaulish. Now, we already showed you what Great Britain consisted of. We at least see Irish in Scotland, don't we? But I'm making it up, though. But it followed the communal dinner. Later, the Puritans would shun the harvest home as well as Christmas and Easter. The Puritans, you know, the one that whooped people for breaking the Sabbath? It says, the belief that merging pagan celebrations with the Christian doctrine for the sake of converting people didn't sit well. Hold on. It says, later the Puritans would shun harvest home as well as Christmas and Easter, and on the grounds that they had what, Brother Sterling?
I was trying to find you. I can't find you.
It's at the top.
Pagan origins. At the beginning.
The belief that merging pagan celebrations with Christian doctrine for the sake of converting people didn't sit well with the common people once they discovered it. Stop playing. Skip at the bottom. It says in the red, Native American spiritual worship was also considered pagan, but we know they had all different kind of stuff. Eyes of the Hawk. You remember Brave Star? They used to come on TV. Brave Star, Brave Star. He used to have strength of the bear, eyes of the hawk, ears of the wolf, speed of the puma. Brave Star. Brave Star. Yeah, I remember this stuff. It says Native American spiritual worship was also considered pagan by the church since it didn't fit into their one God doctrine. Yet the Wampanoag tribe of the Native Americans that had their meal with the pilgrims on the faithful day gave thanks to many spirits they worshiped on that day. They did what? Those Native Americans, they said they may have, it said Native Americans that had their meal with the pilgrims on the faithful day gave thanks to many spirits they worship on that day. They gave standing to the precious corn crop for its life-giving nourishment. They celebrated Keton, the creator, as well as an obvious similarity to the Christian God. What? Despite the passing of time, the Christian church has not been able to eliminate Thanksgiving as a holiday, eventually accepting it as a nationalistic day with no connection to the church. So that's how they justify it. Basically, they rejected it as a potential stolen pagan celebration that they could repackage to their parishioners, much like Halloween, Thanksgiving. Some churches do this, don't they? Celebrate Halloween. Thanksgiving had a deeper root into the lives of the early people that the church could imagine. But where did they all come from? We already showed you. Read this on your own. Joshua chapter 7, 43 to 47. He's the originator of all this mess. Antiquities of the Jews. Because when he had them build that tower, and the Most High had to come and mess it up, this is Nimrod was telling the people, you should thank me instead, not him. Thank me. Thank yourselves. Thank me. That's what we do, don't we? That's why we get all the gifts at Christmas, don't we? I want you to read, Brother Sterling. Let me see what I want you to see. This is what happened. The Most High told them, spread out. Spread out. I don't want y'all close together. But Nimrod said, we staying together. So when the Most High say spread out and you don't spread out, what he do? He spreads you out. See, the Most High said, spread out. When I call you, then you come back together. One day he gonna call everybody back together, ain't he? But reading the it says go ahead and get where it said, but they
imagining the prosperity they enjoyed was not derived from the favor of Elohim, but supposing that their own power was the power cause of the plentiful conditions they were in, did not obey him.
Most High told them to spread out. I want y'all to fill this earth up. Get spread out. But Nimrod was no. But skip down to 2 where it said now it was Nimrod.
Now it was Nimrod who excited them to such an affront and contempt of Elohim. He was the grandson of Ham, the son of Noah, a bold man and of great strength of hand. He persuaded them not to ascribe it to Elohim, as if it was through his means they were happy.
You ain't got what you got because of the Most High. You got what you got because of who? Him. Me. Keep reading.
But to believe that it was their own courage which proceeded that happiness. He also gradually changed the government into tyranny, seeing not the other way of turning men from the fear of Elohim, but to bring them into a constant dependence of his own power.
On his power. We ain't gonna read no more, but we know the Most High destroyed all of that stuff. But today, when the Most High spread them out and confused their languages, they went away calling Nimrod this. These group of people call him this. These group of people call him that. And they kept the Baal worship or the idol worship that he started right here in Joshua chapter 7, verse 47. He said he made gods of wood and stone, and he bowed down to them, and he rebelled against the Most High and taught all his subjects and all of the people of the earth his wicked ways. So all these pagan stuff, that's to Nimrod. You might say, well, you know what? I know it's pagan. We just gonna throw the cornucopia out. Okay, it's the cornucopia pagan. Okay, we'll just throw it out. But we just gonna give thanks to the Most High. No, but the thing is, the Most High said, don't use that stuff for me. Just like if you was the woman don't want you doing stuff for her that you did for another woman, would she? You go, you take her to Shay Josephine restaurant, and then you take her and everybody. Oh, hi! What happened to Julia? Then you never be that woman gonna be like, what? But I'm telling, and Josephus was a Hebrew historian. He telling you the truth. But anyway, you can see all the Nimrod, Queen of Heaven, Tammuz. You can see it. We ain't finna go through all this. We ain't finna rebuild that bridge. Right? Baal. This a dude in the Bible. In Isaiah, in Jeremiah. And you see it? Baal equals Lord, the chief Babylonian deity. And here's where it is. I did put it in a second graphic. Beltane's fire refers to the ancient Celtic festival of Beltane, meaning the fire of Baal. You know, because all of this stuff is United Kingdom stuff. Harvest Home, it comes from them too. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Let's keep it pushing. Let's go to the book of Joshua, chapter 9. This chapter 9. We almost done. And read that, Brother Sterling. You read it, my good brother. Get that.
And they began to make bricks and burn fires to build the city and the tower that they had imagined to complete.
Keep reading.
And the building of the tower to them a transgression and a sin. And they began to build it. And while as they were building against the Most High Elohim of heaven, they imagined in their hearts to war against him and to ascend into heaven. And all these people and all their families divided themselves in their parts.
Read that again. Okay, they divided themselves in what?
3 parts.
Right, there you go.
The first said, we will ascend into heaven and fight against him. The second said,
hold on. Did whoever was in Isaiah chapter 14, did he say that he was going to ascend into heaven? You remember about Lucifer?
I'm sure he did. Yes, my bad. I was looking at everybody else.
No, I'm talking to you, good brother. I'm talking to Sterling Hayo Silver. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 14. Oh boy. Isaiah chapter 14, it said, for the Most High will have mercy. Hold on. No. Chapter 14. How thou art fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, blah, blah, blah. It says, he says in verse 13, for you have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. Ain't this what this 3 parts under Nimrod, what they said? They said, we're going to ascend into heaven and fight. He said, I was ascending to heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. How would you do that? How can you ascend into heaven and exalt your throne above the stars of God? You got to go up there and do what with him? Fight him. Nobody. Let me stop. It says, what the second part say? What the second part said?
We will ascend into heaven and place our own Elohims there and serve them.
And what the third part say?
We will ascend into heaven and smite him with bows and spears.
These folks crazy. Are you insane in the membrane? I said, they'll be like, yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah. Any questions? You know how they'll be. Is there any? That's what we're going to do. 1, we're going to ascend into heaven and fight against him. 2, we're going to ascend into heaven in our own place, put our own gods there. Yeah. 3, we'll ascend into heaven and smite him with bows. Is there any questions? Brother Ronnie would have been like, yes. Are y'all crazy? And when they were like, anything else you want to say? I do like JJ said, I don't want to go. You remember when the Satan Knights and Warlords were fighting and Mad Dog came and got JJ? And then he said, and JJ said, yes, there's one more thing I got to say. He said, what's that? I don't want to go. That's what I would say. I don't want to go. Y'all crazy. But what they do, Josh, Sterling, what they do?
They cast arrows towards heaven, and all the arrows fell upon
them.
Hold
on. But they threw arrows. You know, that's what Thanksgiving is. It's like what we say. It said like throwing arrows, didn't it? I'm just trying to say. But anyway, 3 unclean spirits. This the same thing that the Most High remembered. Read Revelation 16:12-14, Brother Sterling.
And the 6th poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its waters was dried up, that the way of the kings from the rising of the sun might be prepared. And I saw out of the mouth of the dragon, Satan, and out of the mouth of the beast, Babylon and Shinar, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, Nimrod, 3 unclean spirits as from
3 unclean, this 3 groups right here, ain't it? Satan, that beast, and the prophet that got in. See, that's all of the people that had them people building that tower, didn't it? Satan, Nimrod, and they was in what? Babylon, weren't they? Read verse 14. For they are the spirits of what?
Demons, doing signs, which go out to the kings of the whole habitable world to gather them together to the war of the great day of Elohim.
See, one day the Most High gonna gather them all into the valley of Armageddon. Armageddon. He said it's gonna be a rematch up in this thing. Y'all lost the first time, but I'm gonna give y'all another rematch. I'm gonna whoop y'all heads again. If I was a champ, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody getting. When I beat you, I done beat you. I retire. I ain't fighting no more. I ain't got to win that belt but one time. Take my picture. Everybody always see my picture with that belt, won't they? But now the Most High said, I'm gonna whoop you again. I'm gonna be great. He going down in 8. Ain't that Muhammad Ali? Oh, he said, Joe Frazier, he ugly. He said, I'm so fast, I'm so quick. I can turn the light off when I come back. By the time you turn the light back on, I done hit you about 50 times upside the head. I'm fast, I'm dangerous. Muhammad Ali wasn't nothing to play with, was he? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Ain't nobody better than me. But Revelation 18, this Queen of Heaven, 5, the Most High has what, Josh Sterling? Has what? Remember what?
Her unrighteousness.
He has remembered her unrighteousness. One day he gonna get rid of it all. It's a warning against idolatry. When you go into all of this other stuff, you're sitting down to play. You're rising up. You might think that you are worshiping the Most High, but you're worshiping him in what, Sterling?
Vain.
You're doing it in vain. He faithful. You don't tempt him. When you messing with these other guys in their days, don't tempt him. What did Paul warn us to do? Well, he told us, God is faithful, didn't he?
And then
flee what? Flee from idolatry. You know, all his commandments full of faith. We ain't got to read this every week. You get it. You got it. You better get it and got it. But when you go to all of these things, read verse 20. He said, but I say, what Paul say, but I say unto you what they do.
That the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not Elohim.
Stop right there. So when Psycho Bob at Thanksgiving, who he giving praise to?
Demons,
devil. To the devil. Unc said it, to the devil. But he has St. Thanksgiving dinner giving thanks, ain't he? But what did Paul say? He said the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice the devils and not to Elohim. And what did Paul say? And I would what?
Not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
He said, you cannot what?
Drink the cup of the Most High Passover and the cup of devils, pagan feast.
You cannot be what?
Partakers of the Most High's table and of the tables of devils.
You can't sit at both tables. But see what people think when they say, well, Jesus ate with sinners. That was not no pagan feast. That was just regular eating day to day. Yeshua wasn't showing up to no pagan feast eating with them. Was he? And Ken say, they said you're gonna need some bail money. But Ken said that that statue was 40 feet tall. No, he says it's actually 42 feet tall. A 42-foot tall statue that people, the first day that it opened up, it were throngs. You can watch our Olympic class, throngs of people trying to get through the door. But we go to Paul right here. See what they like to do. So they get down here. Paul said what? All things are what?
Lawful for me.
But
all things are not expedient
or helpful to me. All things are lawful for me, but not all things edify. See, people think, Paul said all things, Paul said, no, you shouldn't go to some of this stuff. He said, let no man what?
Seek his own, but every man's another wealth. Whatever is sold in the shambles that eat, asking no questions for conscience sake.
He said, whatever soul in the market, buy it. Don't ask if it was offered to an idol or not. Just buy the meat, brother. Keep on shambles. Nobody know what no shambles is. Get you another translation. Hey, where you going to the shambles? Hey, run down to the shambles for me. The folk gonna say, is he lost his mind? The shambles. It says, skip to verse 27.
If any of them that believeth not bid you to a feast, and ye be disposed to go, whatever so is set before you, eat, asking no questions for conscience sake.
He said, if somebody invite you out to dinner, just eat the meat. Don't ask for. What's the context of this? What are we talking about, Brother Sterling?
Pagan sacrifices, people that
eating meat that has been sacrificed to idols. He said, somebody invite you over to their house to eat dinner. Go and eat what is before you. See, but he talking about Paul talking about lawful foods to eat. You ain't eating no pork. See, but they say eat whatever before you eat it. What if they said this before you? Do. Paul talking about lawful meat that has been that. Auntie says she having flashbacks. Oh my goodness, I don't want to ask what that's about. Whatsoever is set before you eat. Most Christians do eat this when they eat chitlins. Some people ate chitlins Thursday. And they offer that to the say the blessing. We offer up this dookie meat to you.
With that hot sauce.
He said, eat or drink what is said before you. They talking about food. Let's get it. But all of this stuff that Paul be talking about, he be talking about foods offered up to idols, not pigs. Let's go because we already know that Paul custom was he kept the Sabbath. There you go, right there. Well, this is Yeshua on the left. His custom was he went into the synagogue every Sabbath day. He kept the Sabbath. Paul, same custom. Trying to tell y'all. Paul, and we ain't gonna read all this, but Corinthians 5:8, Paul said, therefore let us keep the feast. What feast was he talking about, Sterling?
Passover.
Acts 18. He said he got to keep a feast in Jerusalem. This Paul. So we know he wasn't talking about if pigs be set before you. Look at here. Paul said, for he hasted if it were possible for him to do what, Brother Sterling?
To be at Jerusalem the day of Pentecost.
That's one of the most high feasts that I already showed you. What Paul said he was going to do too. He was going to tarry at Ephesus until when?
Pentecost.
Because he was going. Here goes some more. We have got to start. We are treasures in jars of clay. You know, these bodies made out of dirt. You know, they call it clay too. But verse 10, what should these bodies of these treasure, the treasure that we are in these bodies of clay, what should we do? Always what? Verse 10.
Always bearing about in the body the dying of Yahushua HaMashiach, that the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our bodies.
And keep reading.
For we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahushua's sake, that the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our mortal flesh.
It says that his life should be made manifest in our mortal flesh. What does that mean, Sterling?
We should do as he did.
Yes. Everything he did your mortal flesh should be doing the same thing. Did he commit adultery?
Did not.
So your mortal flesh shouldn't be doing no adultery neither. Sterling, did he ink himself all up from eyeball to toenail?
He did not.
So you shouldn't be either. So then death worketh in us. Death worketh in us. What do you mean that death working in us? Our bodies are dying, folks. It's slowly dying. You want to know how I know? Man, my skin used to be tight. Used to have the muscles and stuff. Not no more. Walk by the mirror. My goodness, what a definition in my quads go. Gone. We slowly dying. This flesh is dying. It said we having the same spirit of faith according as it is what?
Written.
What does that mean, Sterling?
That is in the Old Testament.
It's in the Old Testament. He ain't making no new stuff up. You ask more people, you just read this to a Christian according as it is written, and you ask them where. They ain't gonna know. They ain't gonna know, are they? Where is wrote at, Auntie? Auntie said in the Old Testament. That is in Psalm 116. Where my Bible at? Psalms 116 and 10, I believe. See, the New Testament is written that it assumes that you already know what that the Old Testament says. So it's 116 and 10. It said, and this is under thanksgiving for deliverance from death. This is when David said, you won't let my soul stay in Sheol. If you don't bear out Christ's image and keep not committing adultery, are you going to get up at his coming? No, you're going to stay there to the second resurrection. In his flesh, did he keep the Sabbath unto you? Yes. If you don't, at the first resurrection, you're not getting up. But when we get to verse 10, it says, verse 9, it says, I will walk before Yahuwah in the land of the living. It says, I believed, therefore I spoke. I am what? I am greatly afflicted. So he quoted, guess what? He quoted verse 10. That's what he quoted. Paul up here reading the Old Testament that he said done away with. Stop. It says, keep reading, verse 14.
Knowing that he which raised up Yahushua HaMashiach shall raise up us also by Yahushua, and shall present us with you.
Hold on, stop. I got to find Auntie 20 shillings. She getting up doing Shabbat service. What you doing? Fine. Put her in the stocks. Put her in the stocks. Put her in the stocks. But keep reading.
For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound the glory of Elohim.
That is not Sterling. Is that the fourth day, the fourth week, the fourth Thursday in November? Is that what that's talking about?
It is not talking about that holiday.
So look at all this. We ain't gonna read all this, but you see all this Thanksgiving. But we just need to be prayerful, and he ain't this Thanksgiving that we need to be doing, being happy and thanking the Most High. How often should we be doing it, Brother Sterling?
Without cease. I'm trying to find
which means what? Which means what?
Continuous.
Every what?
Day.
Not just the fourth Thursday of every November. Because they'll tell you what Jesus ate was that. No. He just sat down at a regular old one of his disciples threw a dinner. It wasn't no Thanksgiving dinner. He wasn't at no pagan feast. Yeshua never went to a pagan feast. We ain't gonna read all this, but what I want you to see is verse when he called Matthew verse 10, and it came to pass what he do.
That Yahushua sat at meat in the house. Behold, many publicans and sinners came and sat down with him and his disciples.
Were they at the pagan feast?
No.
That was just at one of the disciples' house. That's all. They be tripping, don't they, Sterling? Don't they be tripping? Well, no, he didn't sit down at that mess.
They be lying.
They be lying. Why you always lying? That's what they be doing. Why you always lying? Ooh, I'm always denying. They be dancing real close. No, why you always lying? They always lying. Same thing. They went to Yeshua sat at me at who house was he at? Matthew called Levi, the son of Levi. He was at Matthew's house. He wasn't at Artemis's house. He wasn't at Zeus's house, sitting down eating with them. Cut that out. So you can get it. You can get it. But what the Most High wants you to do is to remember him. He wants you to remember him. He don't want you to remember no other God's feast days, do we? Get that Deuteronomy, man. We ain't gonna read all this. We're just gonna hit highlights. Get verse 1 though.
All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live, and multiply, and go and possess them, which the Most High swore unto your fathers.
So he just you got to do all these commandments. And one of his commandments is 3 days in a year, right? The only one we can keep today is Passover. But we got a 7-day come here once every week, don't we? You got to do this stuff. He ain't command you to go eating at no pagan feast. Did he, auntie? But we want to do it, though, because I love my family, you know. Your family, you can't see them any other days of the week. When they call and borrow money from you, you see them then, don't you? Don't they? When they want you to keep they bad children, you see them, don't you? They want to borrow something, you see them, don't you? So if they can come for them kind of reasons, they always want to do stuff on Shabbat, don't they? But then when you say, hey, let's get together Sunday. Oh, no, we go to church this day. Well, I go to church on Saturday. Well, that's Old Testament. Huh? Sunday that ain't New Testament. That ain't Old or New Testament. Y'all made that up. But what should we do? What should we do? Verse 6.
Therefore thou shalt keep the commandments of the Most High thy Elohim, to walk in his ways, and to fear him.
To fear him. Him. Not some other God. Leave that stuff alone. And y'all just think it was a coincidence that the government opened back up? No. The government opened back up because they knew if these people ain't got no money, what they ain't gonna do? They ain't gonna spend no money. There ain't gonna be no Thanksgiving, and there ain't gonna be no Black Friday. So they opened that stuff back up. Let this happen in let this happen any other time. We be all right. It be all right. We don't care nothing about they ain't got no food to eat. They opened that stuff back up, didn't they? For the merchants. But what he say? He said, get verse 9.
A land wherein thou shalt eat bread without scarceness.
He talking about when you get in, when the children of Israel are gonna get in Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not lack anything in it. A land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills thou mayest dig brass.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going.
Go ahead. Yeah.
When thou hast eaten and art full, then shall thou bless thy Elohim for the good land which he has given thee. I skipped something.
In that land. That land. He said, when you are eating and are full, then you shall bless them. Then we say the blessing. After you done ate. See, boy, say your grace. Man, Yeshua at the Passover, they were eating, and they were eating while he was blessing it, wasn't they? See, we just be adopting. So it's okay. I ain't saying you can't. But don't be trying to force that on everybody else. Sometimes I do it on purpose when I'm eating around people. Look. Oh, yeah, that's food. You ain't going to say your blessing? You a preacher. I sure am. I say my blessing after. Sometimes it be 2 or 3 days later. I just thank you for all this stuff that you have given me. Oh, you awesome. Got a roof over my head, food to eat, children, wife, job. You see what I'm saying? I said, and I do it because sometimes so I can show them that you don't know what the Bible say. You got to set them up sometimes. Yeah, they do use Acts for that. But the plain, clear context is it talking about it's talking about the Shabbat and feast days. They do use that. But let's keep it moving. Chitlins, because Unc asked an important question, didn't he? People was at Thanksgiving. Look at this woman. Her nose turned up. Look at her. She clenching her nose. Why, Auntie?
Smell of the chitlin.
Look at it. Dude, that look appetizing. When I was eating pork, I wasn't eating that stuff. Ew. Guts. That's slave food, ain't it?
Sounds food.
Look at that. Dude, what looks appetizing with a pig with an apple in his mouth? That looks disgusting, don't it? I told you I trying to impress a girl before when I was a young teenager. Took her to Red Lobster and they brought the lobster out and I said, take him back. Take him back. Why he look like that? Sir, that's what, yeah. Letting that girl know that what? Boy, you don't eat no lobster. You just trying to show out. I'm like, he look alive. What y'all doing? Did you cook him? But anyway, let's deal with Aunt question. Go ahead. 1 Timothy 4, 1 through 4. Let's read this. We almost done. Now I'm going here for a reason. Go ahead.
Now the Spirit speaks expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies and hypocrisy, having their conscience snared with a hot iron, forbidding to marry and commanding to abstain from meat, which Elohim hath created to be received with thanksgiving, of them which believe and know the truth.
Oh, which them that believe in what?
Know the truth.
So what's the truth, Sterling?
Keep the commandments.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness. And so this is what we're talking about. The truth is always the truth. The truth don't ever change. Do it. It says, for every what?
Creature of Elohim
is good. And nothing is to be. See, this is what Christians say. See, every creature of Yah is good, and nothing is to be refused if it be what?
Received with thanksgiving.
If it be received with what? Thanksgiving. Hold on, I left something out. If it be received, I left out the rest of verse 4. The rest of verse 4. Let me pull it up for y'all. All right. Goodness. What's that? First Timothy chapter 4. All right, let's read the rest of verse 4. In the rest of verse 4, it says, for every creature of Elohim is good, and nothing is to be refused if it be received with thanksgiving. Verse 5, for it is sanctified by the word of Yah and prayer. It's sanctified by your word. It said the word of Yah or the word of God. But let's look up sanctified and creature. It says sanctified is separate. It says purify, consecrate, sanctify, separate from profane things and dedicate to Yah. But the word creature is a thing founded, a created being. Are you a created being?
Yes.
Sterling, are you a created being?
I am.
Every creature of Yah is good. Every creature of Yah is good, and nothing is to be refused, Sterling.
So we can eat his toes tonight.
So Auntie said we'll cut his toes off. We're going to have some barbecue Sterling toes tonight.
I doubt it.
But it says, hold on, the word creature is katisma. It says a thing founded, a created being, an original formation. He said every creature is good. No, what? No, it's not good. Every creature of Elohim is good because it has been sanctified by the word of what?
Yeah.
And prayer. So you got to be able to find in the scripture where things are separated. Where will we find that, Brother Sterling?
Leviticus 11.
Leviticus chapter 11. And in Deuteronomy. People need to stop thinking the Most High still like detestable things. The Most High said, what he gonna do? I will recompense his people's iniquity and what?
Their sin double.
Didn't he say he gonna give Jezebel double too in Revelation? Because they have what?
Defiled my land. They have filled my inheritance with carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. Wherefore I saith the
No, this is 5. This is Ezekiel 5:11. It's saying the same thing. Isaiah 65:5. He can get mad at his people that remain among the graves and lodge in the mountains, which eat what?
Swine's flesh.
And the broth of what?
Abominable things is in their vessels.
He always the same. He didn't like it then. Why y'all think he like it now? But folks, it's Thanksgiving, giving it up. We want to thank you for this delicious swine that sister Agabata made for us.
Green eggs and ham.
Green eggs and but this is a book I recommend you get. We use this in the Sunday and Swine classes, Irish Druids and Old Irish religions. Then don't Irish people make up part of Great Britain?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This is all about that ancient stuff. The pig was placed among the sacred what?
Animals of Ireland.
The boar was sacred to who?
Diana.
This was her sacred animal. But let's read some of this though. For some, the intelligent pig has a negative symbolism and an incorrect value. Ignorance and greed. In the ancient world, however, the pig was seen as a symbol of fertility. And in Egypt, as an animal sacred to who? Isis, the goddess of agriculture. Ceres in Rome. What Ceres? Where did y'all hear Ceres today? Ceres is who the Greeks used. You know, for harvest, what? For the ancient harvest home festivals. Stop. Let me. You see the Celtic. Just go research these people. Go watch our Sunday in Swine class. It will bless your life. The Most High gonna cut off the remnants of Baal. We ain't reading this, but I'm just telling you there are acceptable days to Yahuwah, to the Most High, to the Lord that you can keep in the Bible. You can choose any one of his 7 holy days, which you can see in Leviticus 23:1-44. John chapter 10, that's the Feast of Dedication, which is also known as what? Hanukkah. You can see it in First Maccabees, chapter 1, chapter 4, and another holiday is Purim, which you can see in Esther. You can even get gifts. Look at that. Yeshua was at the Feast of Dedication. It said it was at Jerusalem. What, Sterling?
And it was winter.
It was winter. That don't say that Yeshua, and he walked in the temple in Solomon's porch. In the Bible, when they say it was at Jerusalem and the Feast of Dedication and it was winter and you see him show up, that means he kept it. When you saw him keeping other holy days, that's how it showed that he kept it. They had to go. It was in Jerusalem and it was at the path. That's how, same thing. Look at this. Smith Bible Edition talk about the Feast of Dedication. It gives you all of the everything that I said. But what I wanted to see is right here where it says early December, the anniversary of the pollution of the temple by Antiochus Epiphanes. These Christian dictionaries never ever show you how he polluted it. They don't show it to you. You want to know why that is?
They don't want you to know that piece at all.
That you're not supposed to be eating pigs. That's what they don't want you to know. Look at Holman's Bible Dictionary. That's what they all say. They all say it. I meant to go and highlight all these. I didn't do it. It says an 8-day festival that commemorated the cleansing and rededication of the temple following the victories of Judas Maccabeus. It says after Antiochus Epiphanes conducted pagan worship in the temple, and Judas Maccabeus cleansed the temple from the pollution of the pagan worship. He made a new sacrifice. Why come they didn't tell what he did it to? What he do? Why didn't they tell him how? They just said it was pagan worship. What else? Right here, they keep on saying this. It keep on saying it says it don't say nothing about what what Antiochus Epiphanes did. But Easton, what it says, it is a feast of renewing. Was instituted in 164 BC to commemorate the purging of the temple after its pollution by Antiochus Epiphanes. Why don't they never say what he did? Here we go. To commemorate the cleansing of the temple after its defilement. How? How? When? Why? Where? An 8-day Jewish, you see it, after its defilement by Antiochus Epiphanes. They won't tell you. Well, Brother Ronnie gonna tell you. He offered pigs' blood on the altar. He sacrificed pigs on the altar in Jerusalem. Question: will there be a millennial temple, Brother Sterling?
Yes.
At that millennial temple, are any pigs going to be sacrificed on that on the altar there?
Absolutely not.
You know it ain't. But here you are, you call yourself the temple of the Most High, and you offering up pig. Father, we thank you for these pigs. Blessed, sanctified, purified, give strength to it. All right. Stop. Purim, you see it. You can find this in Esther. We're not going to look at all of this, but I want to just show you some of the things that they do at Purim. They join themselves together, but look at all that Purim. They're like, pew, 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 pew. Purim. Did I pass it? Hold on. They even gave each other gifts at Purim. So you just got to have some gifts. Why don't you just keep Purim? Let me see. Hold on. It's the 40. Man, you find it on your own, but they do give gifts out to each other at Purim. You can keep this if you want to. Ain't no harm in that. A special feast among the post-exilic Jews to celebrate their deliverance from Haman's destruction through Queen Esther's heroic action. Nothing wrong with that, is it? Tobit, in captivity, still keeping the feast. When a holy feast come along, he keeping it. They just had a nice little meal together. Look that up on your own. We got to renew our minds, folks. What we got to do, Sterling?
Renew our mind.
Get that Romans 12, 1 through 2.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Elohim, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Elohim, which is in reasonable service, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Elohim.
He said, this is your reasonable service. Reasonable. I mean, after all he did, that's the least you can do, is renew your mind to his word. He said, be transformed. Go watch that class Transformers. Renewing your mind that you may prove that which is good. What's good? You see, what they forget is 5 chapters earlier, Paul tells you what was good. What he said was good in verse 12 of Romans 7, Sterling.
The law is holy, the commandment is holy, and just and good.
Oh, our bodies, we already saw Paul say in 2 Corinthians that your bodies should match his life should be made manifest in your mortal flesh, shouldn't it? Yeah, they don't know how to read, Paul, do they? I do. Renew your mind. What do you see? What are you looking at? What you thinking about? What are you listening to? What are you putting in your eye gate? What are you putting in your ear gate? What are you saying? Children, this is especially for you. When your parents are not around, what are you listening to? Who are you talking to? What are you doing? Does it match the Messiah? Heck, do it match your parents? Who's supposed to be doing what? Following the Messiah. This serious. You got a 20-year-old girl who joined the National Guard. Now she dead. Young people are dying too, you know, aren't they? What are you thinking? Are you thinking holy thoughts or are you thinking lustful thoughts? Young men, 15, 16, 17, 20, 60, 20, what, 25? I'm looking at you, Sterling. I know Sterling good to go. Are you looking at your fellows sisters in Hamashiach with lust? What? Oh, it didn't look a certain look you gave me. What you doing? Swallowing some water. Man, get out of here. Watch your mouth. Are you using profanity trying to be cool like all the other children? Children do that, you know. I was doing that growing up. You blankety black. They turn around. Who cut? Man, you don't even sound right cussing. Trying to fit. You blankety black. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't fit in. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to fit in. All right. And this is just a chart where y'all can give your folks about eating unclean. They need to eat right. This is all the evidence that show. No, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Screenshot it. Right here too, letting you know that Jesus made all meats clean or declaring all foods clean. That was perhaps a later addition to the text down in that's in this New Oxford Annotated Bible. It's okay to have other translations, ain't it? This one is a good one. It annotates every single verse in the Bible. Every verse. Trying to tell you. I was talking to Auntie about. I said I got to get my BRV out there. Wasn't I telling you that? I said, my goodness, it's taking me too long though. I said, man, I got to do something. I don't want to be 5 years from now getting it out. Shoot. I said, I got to do something. Brother Ronnie, where you at? I'm embarrassed to tell y'all where I'm at. Where you think I'm at, Auntie?
Still in Genesis.
Oh no, I'm done with Genesis.
Numbers.
Too far. What's the next book?
I'm in Exodus chapter 4. That's embarrassing, ain't it? Like Papa, that's embarrassing. Embarrassing.
Take your time.
Auntie said, Auntie, I got 65 more books to go and I want to do the Apocrypha too. No, I want to do it myself though. Unc said put it in AI. Maybe AI can help you a little bit. You know. Unc, you got a book. What's the name of it? What's the name of it? He ain't got no book. Oh, he do? What's the name of it? Let me shout you out. Let him go out there and get it. Do we got anything to do with aliens?
Aliens.
Oh, let's keep it pushing. Let's read the last one so we can get y'all up out of here. I said, do we got anything to do with aliens? Like I said. Oh my goodness. Oh, is it? I hope so. I hope people do buy it. But go ahead, get it. Revelation 22. We done. Go ahead. Because I hope to see that you saw. Did I prove today that Thanksgiving got a little pagan origins in it? Go ahead, Brother Sterling. Did I prove that today?
Yes, you did.
Go ahead, keep it. Go and finish it up. We done.
And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according to as his work shall be. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Elohim and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For Elohim shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. I am the Aleph and the Tav, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whoever so loveth, and maketh a lie.
Make it a lie. The pilgrim, Thanksgiving all about the pilgrims and the Indians or the Wampanoag. Is that true? That's a lie. They ain't told you the whole truth. Go ahead.
I, Yahushua Hamashiach, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and the morning star. And the Spirit and the bride say,
Come!
and let him that heareth say,
Come!
and let him that athirst,
Come!
and whosoever will, let him take the water of life
freely.
Hallelujah.
It's free, brothers and sisters. No, I was able to put this class back out there the correct way today, and I thank everybody for coming on in and partaking in this class with us. I want to remind you that on December the 13th, we will be, this don't affect the live listeners and watchers. It only affects the in-town people. We're going to stay online. We're going to be online that day. Then we're going to come back the end of the Shabbat, probably around 4 o'clock, and we're going to have a menorah light. We're going to have a little set where we light the menorah and tell about what the Feast of Dedication is. And then we have some little light refreshments and stuff for everybody to partake in. Just something that show you can do something else, can't you? So, but I love and appreciate everybody. Thank the Most High that we overcame no power today. But, just thank everybody for coming on in today. If you got a question, you can go to rapministry.org. Got a prayer request, rapministry.org. Reach out to us and we'll reach back out to you. Thank everybody for coming on in today. Love and appreciate y'all. She said, don't take my time with that BRB. Thank you, Mama J. Pope. I will. I'm actually gonna be sending out some samples to some people so they can let me know what they think. He said, me, I got to do a little proofreading first. Make sure everything is everything. So I'm gonna be. I know Auntie gonna want the first chapter, ain't you? I mean the first book, ain't you?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll send it out to the people in the ministry. I'll let y'all see it for free. You know what I'm saying? Let's just send it out to you. But let me proofread it first. Get it all good in the hood, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be powerful, I gotta find me a publisher and all that kind of stuff and see how you can advertise it. Because Auntie, what you say, when you if you don't find the right publisher and distributor, the only people that be buying your book is maybe some of your family members. She said maybe like 100, you get 100 copies sold, or family and friends just buying it. No, we want this to be on New York Times bestsellers, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, that brother running come up off a job then, can't he? Yeah, and do this full time. Come to North Carolina and go see baby Tobias and then go to Texas and see these new babies in the Malachi. Go out Ohio, see in Claire. You know what I'm saying? We got to do some things. Might start a community. Oh, y'all come here. Minus Auntie. Auntie said, I ain't living with nobody. She can just come and visit. But yeah, well, we can do all of these things. You know what I'm saying? Give out stuff to the needy and the homeless at a better rate than what we doing. Now we helping now, ain't we, Auntie? Hey, y'all don't see everything that we do. You don't. You just see my face up here every week, clowning. In the word, telling my jokes and stuff and giving out the word. But everybody, I appreciate everybody. Go out, be an ambassador for Hamashiach. Because you might be the only Messiah people see, the only Torah people see, your life. And some of our lives so towed up, they won't see much. I tell you, we don't know. Everybody got a book. Everybody's book ain't the same length. Somebody's book might be 60-year-old book. They gone. You might live to 100. Your book gonna be naturally longer. Everybody's book different. What your book gonna say? Is it mostly wicked, evil stuff? You know, I'm talking about, and then the day you say you got saved, and so you got saved at 20, you 43 years old, and you still sinning. That shouldn't be, should it? But love and appreciate everybody. Sister Sophia, I see you. Thank you for your kind comments. Key to life. Thank you. Sister Brianna, thank you. Everybody, thank you. Yeah, and before we go, Brother Sterling, you got a word for the people. See, you thought we forgot. Go ahead.
Just as Joshua mentioned, which Elohim you shall serve and choose, same with the feast days. Rather you choose a holiday or a holy day, choose that it may be good with you.
That it may be good or well with you. What D? Amen, brother. I couldn't have said that myself. Why you didn't just say that on the end? They could have been gone 2 hours ago. Oh, you should have said that on the front end. That trip on Uncle. Love and appreciate everybody. We are out. Hallelujah. We'll be back next week, most high willing.
2 hours.